It's still out, fam. You know, I'm gonna learn to stop screaming and yelling. It's not healthy. And they're gonna stop me from talking 49er football. It's getting real exciting around Santa Clara right now. You know, I don't live in Santa Clara. I'm not. I mean, should I say Palisades? Because the fact is, I haven't been swallowing a lot of smoke. It's just bad. It's wintertime, something. Fam. Shout out to hey, Smooth. Come on in, man. Head church is on, fam. Former defensive coordinator Robert Saleh and others interviewing for 2025 position. You guys, people were saying, well, maybe we bring Robert Saleh back. I said, man, come on, man. Robert Saleh is not coming back. Robert Saleh's got aspirations to take over another team or something, but to take a step back and come back with us? No way. ESPN says he is a favorite to join the 49ers. Oh, it's already looking better. We can trust Saleh. He knows what he's doing. He's the one who partly authored this defense. That's gotta wait. You gotta go through a few interviews. In fact, Shanahan was out of line putting Kubiak as his OC without having gone through the NFL protocol of checking out a number of potential candidates. Just said, Kubiak's your job. In case he did last year too with defense. So, I don't understand what the NFL's talking about. Anyway, so the Niners wasted no time looking for DC for the upcoming season. One of the names that us faithful can be delighted to hear about, as I said, it is Robbie. I like to call him Bobby Saleh. He became one of my favorite guys of the second season. Actually, the first season I was thinking this guy's kind of sharp. But anyway, open up the phones tonight for your take on Robert Saleh. Return to the seat he once held as Shanahan's OGDC. Also, speculations are worrisome concerning and circulating about Dre Greenlaw not being a lock in San Francisco. What? Nah. Come on, John. There is some good news about that, though. Let me jump. I love the quotes. I just pick out two or three. Then I said, good. Unless I'm talking about Jake Moody or something, right? But anyway, John Lynch. Trent's doing well. He had a bruise in the ankle joint, and it probably took a little longer than anyone anticipated, but sometimes that happens. And the good news is it's taken a positive turn. Trent's mindset is where it's always is, and still he's very interested in being a great player that he is, and I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. So Trent's committed as ever, and we love having Trent Williams a part of us. Wednesday, Shanahan talked about, also, but the thing is, I know what you're saying. He's 36. He's going to break down next year, blah, 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 blah. Look, with Trent over there, it's so much more comfortable. He knows, he probably learned, this is a good lesson for him too, Trent. Lose some of the fat. Your midsection looks like it looks like a tire wearing about your waist. Get rid of some of that. It only stresses out joints. You're an athlete. We all know this. Don't carry extra baggage, especially at 36. And Wednesday, Shanahan talked about Mrs. Pearsall's baby boy, saying, quote, I thought Ricky had an unbelievable season. I know the gunshot wound is the biggest, obviously, but I've never had a rookie player miss all of OTAs and training camp and have much of a successful rookie year. It's tough to do that. For him to do that and then get into week one, which I knew he would be way behind because of the situation, and then get a gunshot wound, kind of made me think that we were going to get nothing from him. Just in terms of how could we and how hard that would be on him. Fam, I'm trying to remember, when was the last time, as far back as you can remember, the 49ers, you remember that getting shot up? I don't want to hear about it again either. Shannon goes on to say, but how quick he came back from that, and then when he did, just to watch him go through rookie things in a live NFL game, and then having to watch him come back from that stuff throughout the year and still hit a rookie wall without a foundation of an offseason and stuff like that, I thought it was a huge success for him this year. Ricky. Boy's going to be a stud. Yeah, he's just got to stay on the streets of San Francisco. In fact, I want most of our guys, don't stay out of the Tenderloin area, Sunnydale. Yeah, come on, man. If you ever been to the city, you know where to keep your ass out unless you feel like going rock and roll. And we don't need to do that. So stay the hell up out of these places that you know it's going to get rough. Man, that's just, what the fuck? Shot? Are you serious? A rookie, too. Anyway, fam, as I say, we're getting some interviews done with the DC. Thursday, the team announced that they completed 2 interviews for that position, including Bobby Saleh and Lions defensive passing game coordinator and defensive backs coach Deshae Townsend. Saleh, of course, would be the easiest hire for the Niners to take, given his track record while he was with them from 2017 to 2020. The days of wine and roses. It was Bobby Saleh who helped build the Niners defense into one of the NFL's best units during his tenure. They struggled out of the gate in 2017, 2018 while they were still establishing personnel on that side of the ball. I just want to take credit for saying, look, I told you back then, everybody, if Saleh can't do no better than that, get the hell up out of here. I said, man, this dude ain't no dummy, man. Can we wait until he's at least got some personnel? Who's he working with out there? Right as could be. Next year, Bobby Saleh collects some studs and goes right to work. Bam! In 2019, they finished number 2 in yards allowed and number 8 in points allowed. Shut up. I said, I knew it. Yeah. And then in 2020, we dropped to number 5 in yards and number 17 in points for spite. But remember, 2019 was a Super Bowl, right? You know how we do. We can't go to Super Bowls without coming out with some kind of dreadful, painful impact. But think about that for a minute. He stayed in the top 5 after losing all those players. The 49ers had guys like right now dropping like flies every week. Remember every week we were kind of about, man, if we could just go a week without losing somebody. It was like that then. Not maybe to the degree it was. No, it was worse as far as losing players week after week. Yeah. But we didn't lose all the wrong players. But remember COVID season? We played against the Green Bay Packers. All we had was 2 wide receivers. Trent Taylor. Who was the other kid? Oh, man, it was strange. Anyway, and then turned he turned the campaign around, lost season. And, he said, all right, everybody around the league, hey, let's get that guy Sal in here. And he left. That took Sal away to be their head coach in 2021. Then Aaron Rodgers came in 2024 after only 5 games in the season, and he just went in and fired Sal. Bobby went 2036 as the head coach of the Jets. However, fam, Townsend, it's kind of interesting, I wish you could bring him on in some capacity. From what I'm seeing about this guy, I didn't know anything about him. But he's a member of the Lions coaching staff, of whom are getting quickly popular around the NFL. What they did last week to Minnesota wasn't normal. Minnesota's got a better offense than that, and they made him look sick. I mean, they just beat hell out of him. Who's running that program? Because Rams, y'all ain't gonna do that. Yeah, you can go in there and try to do it, but yeah, we got the blueprint. No, man. Townsend has 13 seasons of experience in the NFL as a defensive back with Pittsburgh and Indy. Then quickly turned to coaching when he was hired as the Cardinals' assistant and defensive backs coach the year after the final NFL season. And from that point until 2022, he was either an assistant DBs coach or a second They're a coach of some kind with the Cardinals, Mississippi State, Tennessee Titans, Giants, Bears. In 2022, the Jags hired him to be their passing game coordinator and cornerbacks coach. You see, the thing is about this guy is he's a jack of all trades. This is something like what Kyle Shanahan, when I found out that Kyle Shanahan knows as much about offense, his defense, as he does offense, I said, see, that's how you do it. If you know what they're doing on offense, completely know what they're doing on defense, then you can also formulate an offense to combat any defense. I know, just saying. Last year it wasn't that the case, but don't worry. Shanahan and Lynch are football guys. These guys are not going to take what happened this past season laying down. I could just feel that. Oh, no. That's not going to happen. So the Niners tried hiring a DC with a background in the secondary with Steve Wilkes. And we know how that worked out, but only lasted one season in part because of some issues with the usually super efficient front seven on the Niner D, which is pretty much the ID of the 49ers. What the 49ers defense has done when they were at their best is they just stopped an offense. Just stopped them. And that's got to return. This is why, and actually a lot of analysts are already predicting the 49ers take a demon in the draft and put him on that defensive front. It'd be a luxury to say we're getting another great defensive lineman. I'm not sure if Leonard Floyd and Gross-Matos, they had 12 sacks between them. I still would like another intimidating force, though. I'm sure the 49ers are thinking the same thing. We'll probably get a defensive tackle because there's some DEs that are going to, they're going to draw some attention between rounds 1 and 10. It may, though, make DT come back falling down. We just got rid of Hargrave. You know how the 49ers are. We lost, what was that year? We lost to Forrest Buckner, and they immediately, knee-jerk reaction, went and got another DT that wasn't worth the damn. Javon Hargrave was not the answer. Not Javon Hargrave, but Javon. Now I'm getting my Javons mixed up. You know which one I mean. He was not the answer. And then it went and got Hargrave. He wasn't the answer either. So now you got to go ahead and see if you can get one out of the draft. If Kinlaw, he never healed up. Do not get any guy with Band-Aids all over his body this time, 49ers. God damn. But if Townsend is going to be there, the hire, it may signal a philosophical shift in how the 49ers are approaching defense anyway, though. But you know, and I know, Kyle is stubborn when it comes to that. He wants to run that same defense. I just know he does. You know, you don't want to experiment around. This group is getting a little long in the tooth. We got to get it done. And they got to get it done next year at the latest. After that, I really don't know. I don't think so. Because our Pro Bowlers are still intact. You know, Fred Warner, George Kittle, like he wouldn't be. Here's the thing. So is Juice. No Nick Bosa. Anyway, those are the first two interviews. They're not expected to be the last. It's probably Shannon's also looking at Brandon Staley. He'll get an interview, and he may have a shot because Robert Saleh is going to get a lot of offers in some capacity, even if it's nothing but a DC. And there's going to be some more outside candidates outside of the group getting interviews coming up anyway. Fam, here's one of my biggest concerns that's worrying me to death. It brings on an anxiety. I need Dre Greenlaw. We need Dre Greenlaw. And in the event that he doesn't return to continue with the guys, the Niners may be forced to look to free agency to replace him? No. PFF has suggested the Niners to take a look at Steelers' free agent to be a Landon Roberts to fill a potential void. Have you heard of this guy? Actually, I've not noticed this player, but his numbers are respectable, fam. Also a Steeler? What? I don't know why they're getting rid of him, though. But him being a Steeler defender immediately appeals to me. Oh, see, you really? In this Steeler defense? He's 30 years old, though. He contributes to a very good Steelers defense per PFF. Roberts produced a career-high 77.2 overall PFF grade this season And how about a 90.4 PFF run defense grade? The sixth best mark among defenders with 400 or more snaps. Oh? Because if there's one thing we got to do, stop the friggin' running. At least slow it down. Coverage has been more of a problem for this guy, though. He could help solidify a linebacker group that ranked only 26th in PFF run defensive grading. Even with the first team All-Pro Fred Warner, we still sucked. And Fred did have an ankle thing going on. Fred, it's not going to require any surgery. Okay. Sit down, Fred. You and CMC, get well, get your ass back here, and let's straighten out the rest of the NFL as who the badasses are. Anyway, Roberts has been with the Patriots, the Dolphins, before spending 2 seasons with the Steelers. He has 105 starts in 140 games to go along with 604 tackles, 14.5 sacks, 12 pass breakups, and 1 INT. Problem is, the Niners have been golden with Dre playing next to Fred because both players are good in coverage. People don't be passing on the 49ers across the middle of the field with Dre and Fred patrolling that area. That's a no-fly zone. Go ahead and throw it in there. Do it. Devondre came in and showed, yeah, they did, and with no problem. See, we don't want another case like that. You know, because Fred and Dre, they took away some of the easy throws teams rely on in the middle of the field. Part of the reason the Niners' D struggle this year was missing that element in the second level. Roberts wouldn't remedy that. What we do with Dre can't be really, if we can't keep Dre in the fold. To get some encouragement, I looked for it after. Matt Mayoko has the right plan or the theory. Mayoko believes that Dre is probably going to come back with a 1-year deal because the 49ers can actually tell him that because of that injury he sustained since the Super Bowl, came back in, played just a little bit, went out after a half a game, wasn't able to stay on the field, right? If you're a team that's looking for a linebacker, do you take that gamble? Now, there's going to be some guys that left. You got Adam Peters over in Washington. You got D'Amico over in Texas. D'Amico, you know what? D'Amico will take him too with a heartbeat. I'm a little worried about that. There's we're going to probably get outbidded. Also, we got other people around the league that's going to think, he'll be fine. Get him in here. Let him heal up. If he heals up, he's the best thing we're going to put on the field as far as the defender goes. So we still got that to worry about. But otherwise, Oko doesn't believe that. No, nobody's going to take a. You got to go spend your money on somebody you can actually believe is going to stay on the field. No matter how good a player is, if he's going to be hurt and gone, how good is that to your program? So, man. I knew I should have took a lozenge here. Man. So we got to build this thing back up. As I say, I like the way the rookies are looking. But you give me back Dre and Fred. I don't even need everybody back. Give me Dre and Fred together. Give me CMC. You know what? Give me Trent. Shh. Bow down, NFL. Bow down. Matty S.
Ronbo.
Well, Matty, got to get a new DC. Looks like Robert Saleh is in the fold. I was worried about that. Who they going to get? He's going to come in and rearrange things to the point they don't work. What are you thinking?
I think it's playing out just like we wanted to play out, man. I felt I had a feeling when Robert Saleh got cut from the Jets. I was like, man, now we got a shot at him. Not that we're gonna get him. Like you said, there's some teams that are gonna be playing for him.
Damn it.
But dude, if we can get him, like our guys like playing for him. He gets them all pumped up, dude.
That's number one.
Like he's just one of the dudes out there, you know?
Yeah. Got to hold him back. I mean, how many DCs in the league have a guy that's paid? His only job is to keep Bobby from running out on the field illegally and doing an imitation of Sean McVay, because everybody can't get away with that except for McVay.
No shit.
You know?
That's hilarious.
I mean, he's got a belt around him
but
and
I'm
everything,
feeling
like
good
a
about it.
safety harness to draw Robert back.
Yeah. Just be able to reel him in, get him on one of those sea fishing, like the fishing poles you use when you're at the ocean, the big old fishing poles, like the ones you can get the marlin on.
With a test line of 1,000.
Oh yeah, he ain't gonna stand a chance, bro.
Woo!
I'm
Yeah,
liking
so,
it.
You know,
But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the season to come because it wasn't our season, man. You know, it happened.
clearly.
But we've also got to rewind the tape a little bit and realize, you know, we've gotten used to a kind of a cushy lifestyle here, and sometimes there's some bumps and bruises. But we also have to realize that we still have a pretty badass team, dude. They're just injured right now. They'll be healthy. Yeah. I'm good.
Nobody can beat that
I'm
team.
confident, man.
Yeah. But whenever we lose, we beat ourselves. That's the only way a team could beat the 49ers in the last few years.
Or we lose to the Chiefs.
Oh, you're right. I mean, people get mad at me about that. The Chiefs own the Niners. That's just all there is to it. Until they prove otherwise, the Chiefs own the Niners.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. We got to get over that hump one of these days, bro. I mean, we really do, Ronbo.
I agree. Sick of that.
Yeah.
And had him down both times, Matty, in the fourth quarter. Both times.
Yeah.
And still let him get away.
Both times, dude. I'm pretty confident if Dre Greenlaw had not gone out of that Super Bowl game, we would have. I think it would have been our game. I think that was the difference maker.
You're absolutely right. No Travis Kelce, no win. That's all there is to it. Those guys couldn't help him out. Yeah.
Well, dude, and it kind of took the wind out of the sails a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? So there's that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't know, man. We can't afford to lose him. What do you think, man? I mean, what do you think what do you think Dre's even thinking? Like, let's peer into the mind of Dre Greenlaw. Like, what do you think he's thinking, man?
Him and Fred are close. I don't think he wants to leave. So, you know what? For that reason, I don't think he'll accept offers from other teams. Jimmy Ward, same way that year. Philly offered him a nice package. He would have got paid more the Eagles that year than the 49ers paid him, but he came on back. And what did Kyle Shanahan do? Listen, I'm going to designate you as a what was it that Jimmy did? They wanted to put Jimmy in as a nickelback. And Nick, hey, yo, no.
He wanted to put him in as a strong safety, and Jimmy Ward wanted to be a free safety.
The point is, he didn't want to. He wanted to play safety. I thought he wanted to put him in his corner.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was something he didn't want to do, though.
Yeah, it was something that paid less money, and I could have swore
that was the punk ass Raiders, Ronbo.
They did that to Jimmy Ward.
He turned down the Raiders.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the Eagles.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Well, see, that was easy to do. Maybe I gave Ward too much credit.
I thought it was the Eagles too.
I thought it was the Eagles too. Anyway, no matter what,
more sense.
He came back.
That makes more sense. I wouldn't want to play for the Raiders either.
Hell no.
I'd take a pay cut.
But he came back to us, so you know. So you know, we gotta worry about
kind of a slap in the face, if you ask me. Yeah.
So you know, and what about Nick? Nick did not make the Pro Bowl.
That's crazy to me. How does Nick Bosa not make the Pro Bowl?
That's the first thing that jumped off the page.
The dude plays lights out.
For him, that wasn't a Nick Bosa season, though. This is why Nick Bosa saying things like,
"Oh no, it wasn't."
Yeah.
Well, what was he? Not the season we're coming out of, but the season before. What was he at? 12 sacks, 13?
Wasn't Nick?
Something like that?
Wasn't he nearing 20 sacks? I thought he had 17, 18, or 19.
Was it that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And I think I heard somebody talking about in this last game that we played that he was just under 10. So I'm sure he eclipsed it. I'm sure he got close to 11.
Yeah, that's all he did get. He didn't get in.
Yeah, he got double digit.
Yeah. Well, see, that's a piece
Some
of cake
dudes don't
for him.
even get.
Yeah, Nick, he's going to get 10.
Yeah, it really
in his
is.
Sleep. Yeah.
He gets 10 injured when he's limping around.
Yeah, hip gone and the leg is
hurting. With the way that guy flies around. Oh, it's unreal.
God, guy's insane.
He flies around like he's got an anti-gravity belt on.
You know, I mean, the guy's on the ground. You can still see him digging like some of those horror movies where you see a creature coming after somebody, and Nick's on the ground. I've already knocked him down, and Nick's still crawling on the ground trying to get it to that quarterback. Nick, they're going to stop.
Well, I remember,
they're going to drug test you.
Well, like it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago, and we were playing the Carolina Panthers. And, dude, he got, like, chop blocked, man, and he got back up and he tackled the quarterback before he threw the freaking football, dude. Like, dude, I'm like, what kind of freaking nature is this, bro?
Nick's an animal, man. I'm telling you, there's no Nick Bosa's in the league now. I mean, TJ's good.
No.
But if you put Nick on that defense where he can play the right side of the defense all the time like TJ does, and on a 3-4, 2-3, 3-3, I don't know. Yeah, 3-4. Yeah.
He'll put on
I'd like
the
to see
bro.
Nick, play any way he wants to, and they should do that for him right now. Nick, any way you want to play on the line, it's your call. I want to see that.
Yeah. Well, why would you not want to put him where he's going to excel the most?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get the most out of that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because you know he's going to come play at a high level for you.
God.
So,
Matty, tell you what, I'm going to see you Sunday. Tell you what, I'm serious about the 49er fans. I already got a title for it. 49er fans watch and troll party. Rams versus Vikings.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait, my friend.
Even if they win, I want us to be there to watch and be able to take them. I mean, tear them from limb to limb. How dare they think they're on our level?
I almost want them to win so we can see them lose the next week.
I know, right? Because they may get away
That'd
one
be
week,
even more
they get away two.
No, not at all. It'd be beautiful. All right, bro.
Buddy.
Well,
I'll see you Sunday.
What time Sunday?
Sunday, around the same time, I guess. Because I want to see what works out in the playoffs during the day. So.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, buddy.
All right, fam. Have a great night. Thanks, Matty.
All right, buddy. Good night, buddy. Yeah, bro.
Francois TJ is far superior to Nick Bosa. If that were the case, why isn't there a bigger gap in their sack totals every year? And by the way, I believe Nick was a defensive player of the year. So, hater boy, look at the numbers. Shut up. Hey, yo, Bill. Billy Bill.
What's up, Ronbo?
Bill, man, we're just sitting here, and I'm concerned about Dre. Also, we're trying to get ourselves a new DC. Robert Saleh's back, by the way. And Ricky Pearsall has got everybody bubbling in Santa Clara. So things are looking up, and Fred Warner's not going to require surgery on it. I mean, there's really a lot of good news, Trent Williams is looking better, feeling better. It seems it was a joint situation. That's why he couldn't come back earlier than he did. But in a few months, get that normal amount of rest. That's why I'm happy, Bill. The only reason I'm happy about not being in the playoffs is because these torn, beaten up bodies that have been slaying the NFL for the last few years, they're just worn out. Bill, you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we need to keep the players we got. We need to minus Jake Moody. We got rid of almost everyone that was responsible except Jake Moody. We need to hold him accountable. And I love Greg Cohn's dad holding Jed York accountable. Go, Greg Cohn's dad. Congratulations. Let's hold Jed accountable. I can clap to him on that.
Wait. Bill, did Grant say he's holding Jed York accountable?
His dad did. Grant's dad.
Oh, Grant's dad. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
I can't remember who it was. I might be able to say who it is later. But like I said, we need to hold Jed York accountable. We need to hold Jake Moody accountable. And we need to hold, if we don't get a good DC, Kyle accountable. Now, Kyle, you have a chance to get it right this season. Get it right. Get it all right. I want a Super Bowl trophy at the end of next year. We all know, a spoiler, who's winning it this year. Y'all can say you don't believe it, but trust me, when I call it in after the Super Bowl, you're going to say you're right. The Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to have a three-peat. I mean, it's just obvious. It's obvious. It don't matter who they're facing. They can face Detroit. They can face Minnesota. They can face the Rams. Oh, yeah, about the Rams. I feel sorry for all the people out there in California suffering through fire, I want to say be safe. And for all you Ram fans, you might want to think about relocating because you might not have a stadium. Oklahoma's offering a stadium for you. You know,
the Oklahoma Rams.
Jokes in the middle of the darkness for you guys. For all the Niner fans out there, be safe.
Hey, Bill, I just thought about something. Oklahoma's the Razorbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oklahoma is the Sooners.
Sooners. Okay, who's the Razor? Arkansas. That's I'm sorry. Sooners.
They're the Sooners, and then they're the Oklahoma Cowboys.
Okay, what else is Oklahoma famous for?
Just that and frog legs.
Did you say
Frog legs.
Hey, they got a lot of swamp water. You know what? The the Rams could change their name to the Frogs.
Yeah.
But by the way, it's Lowell Khan. I didn't realize. Yeah, Lowell Khan. Thanks, Nikita. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And Ellis says that was old audio when Lowell was holding. Lowell was holding Jed accountable, probably for remarks Jed made last year as being satisfied with just competing. I honestly. Bill, you know what? Here's the thing why I don't want to fire Kyle Shanahan is he keeps you in the mix. This is one of the biggest reasons why when people say get rid of Kyle, they can't win the big one. Hell, I want to stay in the mix so you can possibly win the big one, right? So if Jed doesn't want to fire Kyle, I got no problem with that.
So,
go ahead.
Robert Saleh in, and we need to, I don't know how much y'all don't get agree, If Purdy wants to hold out, let him hold out and go get Rodgers. Because I think with the weapons we're going to have, Rodgers would really be good. He may look old, but he's not. The only one that really shut him down was the Niners. And think about it. If you sat behind that Niner, the Niners O-line, and we get a good O-line without receivers and running back, think about the damage he could do. I look back at his 2010 Super Bowl run. That's when he had what we had in the Green Bay Packers squad. So we got something better than what he had in Green Bay. So if you put Rodgers behind that O-line, I promise you he's going to tear some people up.
Bill, here, the only question I just want to ask you this, though. Do you think did Rodgers' attitude, his disposition, his demeanor, his outlook on the world is going to change if he does come to Santa Clara? Because it needs to. If he's going to be on our team, he needs to change some of his.
He would be a different person. He would be a different kind of person.
Okay, what makes you think that, though?
He would be representing the team he wanted to play for. And if he got into what he wanted to play for, you would see a different Aaron Rodgers. I believe you would see an Aaron Rodgers that makes people.
Yeah, but what makes you think he didn't want to play for the Jets, though?
Robert Saleh was there. And if we got Robert Saleh, oh, wait a minute. You might be onto something. Because he got Robert Saleh canned. So if we get Robert Saleh, you can count that out. You might be onto something there.
And also, that thing where, I'm just going to take off. I need to get to, I've got a vacation spot I want to hit just before camp starts. To me, that was outrageous. Bill, that was so out of line. You can't see how far bad that went. I mean, if I had a high-powered pair of binoculars, Aaron Rodgers was way out of line on that. And then he comes back talking trash. You know that wide receiver, the young one that just got there, he wants out. If Rodgers stays, he wanted out. See, that's not good.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we just gotta, even if we have to make him as a backup or something, if he does come, but I don't know. I don't see it. But if he does, I mean, that's a designated. We also got a few other ones out in the free agency that would really just be as good as him. Just a little bit better than Purdy. So Purdy is just outraging past $30 million. He should take 25 and be happy with that.
Right. I've seen that one. That one's quoted too, 25 to 30 million. We need to get over that. The 49ers are not going to disrespect him like that. Listen, the fact of the matter is, if you call him franchise quarterback, and they are calling him that right now, you don't give him 25 to 30 million. It's not going to happen. But we'll see what they do.
They're gonna do. But the thing is, remember what happened with Jimmy G?
Well, he got paid. He was top paid guy in the league for a few minutes.
Yes, and he fell short. We couldn't get to the Super Bowl with him after.
Bill,
remember that?
I know, but also
You
remember we also got the Super Bowl the year before. We did great things with him when he first came in. You cannot expect a quarterback to carry a team with no players. They say some can. Mahomes does it pretty well. But beyond that, I don't see any other quarterback that's got carrying a team. Josh Allen comes close. But other than that, I don't see any other team in the NFL that's out there carrying a team of scrubs anywhere.
Man. You can't. It's obvious. It's all over the media. You can see it. Mahomes gets help with the referees, and they pay the refs good.
And then there's that. See, okay, Bill, we got to stop though. I'll see you Sunday, and we'll see what's going on with the playoffs.
I may not be in it. Take a little while before you see me. Give me a Ronbo shout out, and I will be on when I get on.
I can't give you a shout out tonight. I got throat issues going on here. But listen, I
well,
owe you
know
two.
What? You say Niners.
I'll owe you two. I'll owe you two shout outs. Okay. All right, Bill.
All right, well, you be safe on the fire. On that fire out there, man. Be safe.
Yeah, no. Cali is, but Northern Cal only, Southern Cal. I mean, so it's not. But you know what? Fire started all over Cali now, year round. That once upon a time was not the case. It's crazy, especially in SoCal. All right, hey Bill. Have a good night, fam.
You know what? Be safe. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. All right, thanks, fam. Night.
Get better.
Thanks. Hey, yo, Steven. Steven, I'm always catching him when he's rolling down the road.
What's
Steven.
up, Ronbo?
Hey.
No,
Steven.
I'm not on the road today. I'm in the middle of cooking some, what was it?
Steven, that's what I like about it. It's time for you to do a cooking show, man. I mean, you're either in the car being a great dad that you are, or you're at home helping the lady out and prepping meals. Steven, you're making some of us look bad. Don't do that.
No. Don't give me too much praise. I suck.
I mean, Roman Scarlett think you're the man. I mean, you're just like dad. Between you and Ellis, you guys are the dads of the year. I mean, I'm impressed.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know?
Well, check this out. So this is what I'm cooking. This is what I'm laying down right now. So I just got done reverse searing some sirloin steaks. 4 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, reverse seared 4 sirloin steaks.
You said wait a minute. You said you burnt
potato fries.
You said the sirloin steaks came out okay, right?
Oh man, they're like butter.
Yeah.
They're like butter. So this is what
and
I
by
did.
the way, are you
So
like
I
me
got
with a little resuscitation? You can bring that meat back to life. I like just a little redness.
I get it right every time.
Oh, God.
Perfectly pink in the middle, not too pink.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, I sear it first, right? I hit it with a sear after I, put some oil on it, put some seasoning on it.
Right.
Get that high heat.
Yeah, you're right. Don't season it before you put some. Yes, and that's culinary skills. You'll dry that meat out if you season it.
Check this out.
Look at, check him out. He knows what he's doing.
After you sear it, let it rest for about 5 minutes. Get the pan set on low heat. Throw the unsalted stick of butter. Grab your parsley, your thyme, your bay leaf, and then some garlic cloves. Throw the meat back in there and just baste the steak. And then after you're done basting it, throw it back on the skillet on a high heat. Get that nice crust. Take it back out after that sear is done. Put it back in the butter and the garlic. Baste it for 10 more seconds. Take it out. Done.
Dinner at Steven's house tomorrow. Steven, I'm impressed.
I've been here for Thanksgiving, man.
Oh, God. Well, Steven, get into the 49ers real quick. What are you thinking? I mean, as far as Saleh goes, he could be on the return. Dre Greenlaw, what are we going to do with him? Ricky Pearsall, he's not going to be coming into camp shot this year. Knock on wood. Ricky, stay out of the streets, man.
No, but he does want to meet the 17-year-old to say I forgive him, which I think is bullshit. I know damn well if you shot me and I said, oh, yeah, I want to meet you to see what your life was like, that's because I'm trying to kill you.
Wouldn't it be
You're
funny?
not going to get away with it.
Steven, wouldn't it be funny if that was the case? He wanted to meet him, and Ricky immediately pounces on him. They have to pull Ricky off of him.
No, Ronbo, he really does. He even said it in an interview. He says, I would like to meet the kid, the 17-year-old who shot me, and try to help him try to get a better understanding of why he did what he did. Man, Ricky, you ain't slick. You ain't slick. We know you want to kill him.
You know,
Stop playing.
Ricky can't do that because he's representing the red and gold now. He's got to act in a humane fashion. You know, the kid may have some issues.
But,
I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if Ricky wanted
to
to be his mentor and they hang out for like whatever amount of time? Anyway, that's a movie.
But
anyway,
and it's crazy because the kid's out from Tracy. So the kid who shot him is from Tracy.
Yeah.
So that's like a stone throw away from Stockton. Where I'm from.
Yeah, I was right around Stockton. Yeah.
Yep. We got some dumbass people out here sometimes. But besides the point, so I like what I see so far. We got Clay Kubiak as our offensive coordinator. We're interviewing for DC, which I'm happy for. Brandon
Steven,
Staley,
we may have
stay the fuck home.
Kubiak for now. Kyle actually violated some league rules. They may have to go through a few more people and then appoint Kubiak. Although I thought within the system you could promote, but this seems there's going to be a problem with that. He'll probably still end up being the OC, but you got to interview some more people.
You know what? When has the league ever been on the Niners side?
I know, right?
Really?
This is what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
At this point, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm going by the rule of fuck it. You know, we're here to win a Super Bowl. I don't give a damn about the rules anymore. But
there's ways around it. Anyway.
You know, I don't know if you noticed, we got over $50 million in cap space that we can use.
Yeah, I was impressed with that.
Did you know
I didn't
that?
realize they had that much money. So I guess, yeah.
And the ceiling's only going to move up higher because we're going to start restructuring some people. Yeah. We're going to start cutting back on some people.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
the
ceiling goes up from here.
Jake said a rookie contract. We can't save any money getting rid of him. That's why I keep worrying about that. But get another kicker in, so at least if we have to keep Jake, he has to take a back seat to that kicker that knows how to kick the ball without losing his mind as he walks out on the field and his leg going limp.
Hey, hire the kicker from the replacements.
Oh,
yeah. And I forgot to tell you. So where did I get that movie quote from? Because I know you asked me, and I didn't hear you at the time. So you asked me where I got that quote from. It's from that movie. It's where he walks up to Keanu Reeves, and he goes, look, one day you're going to meet the man you want to be. And when those two people meet, you're going to be one hell of a football player. And I heard that, and I was like, that's deep. That's deep. I like that. I like that thing.
So it is.
So,
and we should all have been told that as kids. It's something to keep in mind as you walk through life, you know?
Yeah, and you know, I want every single one of those Niners because even they've said it. They've said it, they've sub-hinted it, and everyone says we didn't play like ourselves.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what, man? It's time to really start looking at how you're supposed to play. Be you. Stop fucking around. You're getting too comfortable. I was on the phone like 2 days ago. And, yesterday, actually. And I told him, I said, the problem with the Niners is that a lot of our stars are too cushioned. They're not trying because they know they got that guaranteed spot. They know they're comfortable in their return. They know they're not going to lose that first team reps. Problem is, you know, when you got too comfortable people working for you, the effort, disappears. The moment you start making them uncomfortable and saying like, hey, you could be replaced at any point in time if this person is better than you, that's when they start, because now it's competitive. Now you got that, that born and bred competitiveness kicking up. You think I'm gonna lose my spot to someone who's coming up? Hell no! I'm gonna show you what I really got.
That's why they draft people every year and bring people in, though. That's supposed to be the desired
But
effect.
it don't work, Ronbo. It don't work.
Well, because they don't bring anybody in and intimidates them. You know, I mean, you think George Kittle's concerned about Saubert? I mean, these are just positions yeah.
I don't know. This is what I told Grant. I said the problem is there's no rotation. There's no rotation.
There's that problem.
Notorious for burning players into the ground. If you have a star-studded athlete and you have like backups behind him, you think that star-studded athlete's going to be worried about it if you keep giving him reps after rep after rep after rep? Hell no. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah, try and see if they're going to take it from you.
But Yidam apparently didn't pay that a lot of attention, and Ronaldo came in and sat him down. How embarrassing!
Oh man, every Thomas got the work. You know, he got work for that spot. And Ronaldo Green, man, that dude is nasty. You know who else is nasty? And Jair Brown thought he had shit sweet, and so did Hufanga. Mustafa showed up and said, hey, like, if y'all don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Now look, you got Jair Brown moving at a speed he's never moved before. You got Hufanga playing like rookie year Hufanga. We need players that will make other players, the veterans, on their heels. You drafted a running back. You have a second-year running back who's also is equally as good. Switch out the rotation for McCaffrey. Make him want to keep that position. Don't be like, oh, yeah, you get it because you're CMC, because then his production is going to go down. You know, yeah, it's hard for me to say that because CMC himself is like a perfect running back.
Yeah, he's not like that. He always nobody's worse on him than he is. So he's not the guy who needs motivation, but he does need to be made to sit down to protect him from himself. Rotate him.
Exactly.
Don't run him
Same
like
thing
that.
with the linebacker core. Ronbo. Same thing with the linebacker core. If Fred is willing to admit he didn't play up to his own standards, that's a problem.
Well,
that's a big problem. That means he got too comfortable.
You know, he knows. Fred's not going to give his ankle as an excuse, but that wasn't the Fred Warner that we know and love. Remember the beginning of the season, Fred started off a house of fire, and then he got hurt because he was on a clip where he was going to be a defensive player of the year from the first 2-3 weeks. So,
but you know what, man? We gotta. There's got to be rotation. If you're going to be an offensive coordinator, woo,
Steven, we're going to go. We're gonna get back in that kitchen, and we're already in there. Steven's actually conducting a conversation and making sure that everything on the stove is coming out right. He's an amazing dude.
As I'm speaking to you right now, I'm boiling the asparagus. I've got this leftover cured butter that I need to use. It's got garlic and garlic cloves in it, so it's all sauce. So. Got my sweet potato fries right here. Shit.
Ooh. Some of my favorite sweet potato fries. People have not had them, don't know. All right, Steven, get back to that. I'll see you Sunday, and we'll talk to you more.
I'll see you Sunday, Ronbo.
All right. Appreciate it, Steven. Night, fam.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Yeah, Tommy, Adrian. You're right. Guys, we got to prayers up and keep nothing but good things in your heart about the Los Angeles fires. That is, I think, number 2 of all time of the worst blazes that came through that area. Did you see that sign, the Hollywood sign, and behind it, most frightening photo? And it wasn't a movie. It was real. The flames behind that Hollywood sign were just raging. I said, my God. Have they investigated that to find out how, well, they won't know until later, right? How the hell did that get started? But they say it's always, lately, Los Angeles, last few years, it's always a tinderbox. It's been hot and dry for extensive periods of time past summer. We're in January, for God's sakes. What? Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how you feeling, buddy? You make some chicken soup tonight for dinner or what?
I know.
It's cold.
Chicken soup. I plan on every intention on doing that, man. Yeah, the weather shifted.
Some little hot tea tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Ginger. Ginger and lemon on your hot tea. There you go.
I know. Drop a little honey in it.
It's the weather, Ronbo. You know, everybody's getting it. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people getting it, you know.
And so the only thing is, the only thing that's bothering me is the that area. The nose is not running.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Your nose, how about your throat?
No, that's what's killing me, the throat.
You taking
Did you know you have bronchitis? I've always known people had bronchitis, and it comes and goes, but I've never had that. So,
see, so everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. It's like a car. Everybody's body's different, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'll be glad when this car leaves.
But then I got a picture taken today because there was a girl who's famous on YouTube. I don't know if you're some girl who had a 175-pound turtle tiptoe. They showed pictures of her mother's house burnt in the L.A. fire.
Hey,
and all
no,
that
I
stuff.
Saw that. When you said that, I realized, isn't that somebody?
I know,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but it made me cry. And there's a guy that we're gonna try to get people around here to help his people that had dogs and all that dying and all that, or burnt up from this fire too.
Did you hear about the fellow that was in bed? An 82-year-old was found sleeping in his bed. There was another guy that was found with a water hose in his hand, and the fire.
Somebody was taking a glass of milk and trying to stop the fire. There was a guy that had 2 gallons of milk, but thinking he stopped the fire with milk. My friend, yeah. Right. And then they ran out of water. See,
no, the taps just stopped running. Yeah.
Yep. I think the L.A. is so dry, and that's the problem. They don't have no way to get the water. I think it goes out to the water. I think it goes to the ocean.
Hey, Michael, some legislation is going to come down, too. You know what? The L.A. Fire Department in that area is undermanned by a huge number. The population has increased in that area, but there should be a firefighter per how many people, right? They don't have it. They say they got trucks that are sitting up because there's no mechanics to tend to it.
They should have sent fire departments from other parts of the state. Other parts of the state should have gone down there. The U.S., we should stand one nation. Send everybody. Everybody should go out there.
Well, yeah, usually that's the case.
Doesn't matter if you're from New York. Yeah, they should all go out there.
Some politicians.
Get them out.
Oh, yeah.
Out somewhere.
Military.
Yes, get them out of there.
Politicians in the area, though,
get them out of the state.
Yeah. Politicians are responsible for part of that. And if you've got voted in
and I heard that
and didn't do the right thing.
A lot of these people don't have insurance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The insurance thing, that's real scary. Oh, man.
And I feel sorry for a couple of guys from the NBA that lost their houses. I think Kerr or one of the coaches.
Kerr has a house in SoCal?
So bad.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Redick. I think Redick was one of them. I think he lost his house. Redick. J.J. Redick.
I can see that because JJ's coaching down there. I think he's all like, I was always like, yeah. Well,
I mean, you look at it, I feel sorry for the Rams because they got to, you know what I mean? They might have family members down in L.A. too, a lot of them might, They got people, connections, fans. A lot of them probably die, some of the Ram fans. You don't know.
No, that's a good point
smoke,
because,
it could kill you.
Yeah.
That smoke could kill you. You don't know some people with their health.
No, inhalation is all you need. The flames don't need to touch you. That's true.
No, it's the smoke that could kill you. And a lot of people that have asthma and all that stuff, breathing problems. Yeah. You got to think, Like Rudy says, the Rams are going to, they win Monday. They're doing it for the people in L.A. And, I mean, I understand where he's coming from. I mean, you think of that. What happened if it happened in San Francisco? Guys, think if it happened in our area.
Marin
what
County.
happened in New York with the
Yeah, it wouldn't happen in San Francisco. Marin County, since that fire years ago in San Francisco, but Marin County could be, East Bay could be. There have been fires throughout that area anyway, down through the years. Nothing to compare to what's going on in SoCal.
49ers, they should stand up for the Rams. I mean, they're in California, in the same state. They should, help them out. Like the 49ers,
no, everybody,
you know what I mean?
Everybody sympathizes with that. There's no doubt.
Yeah, they might be our enemies playing football, but outside of football, they're family. Yeah. Everybody, what I mean? My prayers is going for them. And like I say, if the Rams do win the Super Bowl, it could be because of that. And it's, what I mean? That would be something that, what I mean?
Yeah. Although those other teams may have something to say about that, but yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to understand. If they win it, you should be proud. They're doing it for the people. For the, the ones that they lost.
And themselves, though.
I'll watch them down in heaven. Yes, yeah.
Michael?
I wish the NFL could do something about it. Maybe donate some money. Like the commissioners, help them out.
There's individuals who are going to do that, Michael. Yeah. There's always that. Like T.J. Watt in Texas. And every time a disaster happens in Texas, T.J.'s one of the first people there.
T.J. Watt's a good guy. He's good. T.J. Watt's always good at helping people out.
Yeah, they got people.
He's great.
They got people like that in Cali. Michael, quick before we run out of time, though, you better talk some football here.
I'll tell you what, Sunday night. Who's playing Sunday night, guys? Who's playing the Eagles, right?
Detroit versus everybody.
You'll take a week off, Detroit. You'll take a week off, and then you'll see the real team, like the Eagles or the Rams. Don't worry. Don't handle your business, Downberg. You'll be gone. All right, Ronbo, get better, buddy. Sunday night, guys.
All right. We'll look for you Sunday. All right. Good night, Michael.
You'll take a week off, and then you'll see the real team.
No, it's probably just a couple of days. I've had this before, but not for a long time. All right, Michael. We'll see you Sunday.
What to do, Ronbo?
Anthony, it's what it did. It's things are happening in San Francisco, Santa Clara really fast. And you knew they would. 49ers got to rearrange things. My favorite thing is they're doing the things they're doing, and those bodies that are all beat up, mangled, are resting. This is the part that appeals to me more than anything else.
Rest it up.
Rest up, guys. Get ready for next season. We don't want to have this again.
Yeah, Ronbo. Ronbo, Kyle's a prick, man.
A lot of people agree.
Did you hear him in the interview when he
Which
said
one?
what's called gonna be the offensive coordinator? But he
Kubiak?
hurry up and let it be known that he's still gonna be calling the plays.
Kyle's still got to go interview some other people though, because it's protocol, which is silly because he's still going to hire Kubiak no matter what.
Yeah, but he let it be known he's still gonna be calling the plays.
Okay, but you know what? I thought some people like that idea. Because people don't think Kyle could call plays.
He put Kubiak as the offensive coordinator,
Yeah.
but they ain't gonna turn around and let it be known that he's still gonna be calling the plays.
Oh, you mean
He
Kyle's
a
going to still
prick,
call the
Rambo.
plays? Well,
Yeah.
well, you knew that was going to happen. Kubiak could probably call the plays sometimes. But that's what Kyle does. He's the play caller. In fact, most people believe he's one of the better play callers in the game. So I'm not mad at that. I just hope we win a little more often and not do plays that maybe aren't helping any.
Rambo, I keep hearing people saying we got Robert Saleh back.
Not yet.
But from what I'm seeing, he got two teams interviewing for the head coaching job.
No, yeah. Kyle, he's going to Oakland. He's going to the Raiders next Thursday, from what I understand, if you're tracking the schedule. Yeah, this is just he can't just stop at one place because then you can lowball him. So Salah's got to go around looking like everybody wants me, so what I need to get paid here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I would listen to some of the guys on your podcast talking about we got Saleh back.
Well, probably. ESPN thinks it's a lock. So, Anthony, who do you think who would you get? The guy from Detroit is one possibility, but then have to change the whole situation with the defense.
Townsend, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's a rah guy, and that's what we need for these players.
Saleh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he just got to go through the motions. I think Saleh's going to be it. If he wants to come back to Santa Clara, there'll be no stopping him.
Because I don't think I'm looking at it's all up, depends on whether you want to be a head coach or come at
or a coordinator.
Be a defense coordinator.
Well, the nice thing about it is 49ers going to work hard on Saleh behind the scenes, if nothing else. Because Kyle knows he can leave Saleh alone. He knows he can leave Saleh alone and he can get the job done. Everybody can't be done that way.
But Kyle did say he's open to some changes.
Yeah, well, he says that
with the defense scheme.
He's got to say that. But what he means is within Saleh's system, probably.
He didn't say that at all when he had
Keith Wilkes. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say it at all. He said
Keith Wilkes.
he
Keith
wanted
Wilkes is
why
basketball.
not?
Steve, yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, he didn't understand Steve Wilkes. I mean, he didn't know it. He knows all about Robert Saleh. But Steve Wilkes was taken in there just because he knows Steve Wilkes was a good coach wherever he was. So, I don't know. That was a quick meltdown, though.
You know what, Rambo? I think Brock gonna be way better than he been in the past when he come out this year, because he gonna be more mature. See what I'm saying?
I know. You preach to the choir. I have all the faith in the world of Brock Purdy, just because of his mindset. You see him out there; he's never happy with what he does, and he's always looking. I mean, anytime a guy sits in a corner in the dark by himself, that's my guy. He knows that he's got to do better. He'll get there.
The reason why I say he's gonna be way mature because he really got thrown in the fire after Jimmy G went down. You feel me?
Yeah.
See what
Man, he
I'm
looked
saying?
damn good. I was shocked.
Yeah.
For the first 3 or 4 weeks, I didn't believe it.
I was shocked too. And I think he's gonna be way mature, and after he got this off season just to watch these films, see how he just
And get in camp with
I think
everybody,
he
not just
realized he was
Debo and JJ. Get in camp with everybody. Let's get this thing together. Timing is everything in Shanahan's
then he get
offense.
to get in there with Pearsall.
Sure.
He get to get in there with Pearsall
They're not going to wait. Those two are getting
for the
together.
whole off season.
Yeah, they're getting together. Understand they're getting together immediately. Maybe getting together today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as Fred Warner, man, people they come out trying to downplay Fred. I said, man, y'all fail to realize Fred was playing with a broken bone in his foot.
I know. People just
He was out there, but it was plain as day. He was a shell of himself, though, Rambo. He couldn't make no sharp turns and none of that.
I know. So people start making judgments about he's paid, he's regressing. Oh God, give it a rest.
And then they on Nick Bosa talking about Nick Bosa couldn't do the man. The man was playing injured, man. It's plain as day. You see the man hip was still bothering him out there.
You know what, Anthony? Have you ever had a hip injury?
Yeah, I done had that. I done had a bruise starting before.
You know how that feels, right? Try to explode off of a hurt hip.
Yeah, man.
It'll drop you in the tracks as if you hurt your back. It is crazy pain.
Yeah,
and Nick was still out there playing.
You have to take a minute. That's why when they showed Nick Bosa, he was always bending over. Yeah, I know why he was bending over, man.
I do too.
God,
that hurts.
Ain't no joke, Rambo.
And he's playing NFL football with that pain. I was impressed. Yeah. Felt sorry for him. We couldn't get all the Nick we could get out of him.
With him I done had that. I done had, like I said, I had a bruise starter. And when I had a bruise starter, I think when the coach would tell us come and work out, I couldn't do the bench press and the power cleans and all that. I couldn't do none of that.
That's core. And everything comes from there. You do anything strenuous, and that pain's going to shoot right to whatever's injured.
If you cough hard, it hurts.
Yes. Can't sneeze either. Any jolting motion within the body or in the weight room, no.
When I had a hip flexor, if you being a running back with a hip flexor, oh man, it's terrible, Rambo.
You can't pivot, can't shoot. Yeah, fam, we got to stop though, fam. Hey, I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Rambo.
Always fun to talk to you. Appreciate you, Anthony. Have a good night, fam.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, fam. Hey, yo, Nigel.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nigel. Come on in, man.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. You got to get throat tightened up here. Seems to be loosening up, though, as we continue. It's like any other muscle. Got to stretch it out. Hey, Nigel, man, you got like a new coach coming in, possibly Robert Saleh maybe returning. Trent Williams is on the mend and looking good. Fred Warner is – see, this is what Fred Warner was first team All-Pro with a broken ankle. What does that say about him? He played with that ankle all year. Why?
Insane,
because he knew the team couldn't do without him. You got no Dre Greenlaw as it is. Fred needs to get another award from the team, too. Good.
Right.
God.
That's a lot, man. To me, I was almost like when I heard that, or he said that he had his foot was broken, I think we had just lost the game. And that
he was standing on the sideline, yeah.
Yeah, so
with that look on his face.
I don't know. I just didn't want him to play because that's wear and tear on your body for the future.
I know, right?
It compounds. These careers end quickly because of stuff like that. Going out there, you're injured, and You can't let your team down. You're getting paid millions of dollars. So you feel like you got to be out there. Plus, they're ultra competitive human beings as it is. And I'm just like surprised. I don't know how bad it was. Obviously, it wasn't so bad that he couldn't play, but getting shots every game, that's not good, man. But that's something to commend as far as his mindset goes. You need people like that to create culture on the team.
True.
And, Fred Warner is one of the leaders, so it's no surprise that he's so tough and he's willing to sacrifice his body for the good of the team. I just feel like this year wasn't probably the greatest time to do that.
Yeah, kind of a waste because we're getting beat anyway, right? Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's not
it
the way
was
he is.
Kind of obvious halfway through the season, So, but I love Fred Warner, man. Dude's super tough. That's super commendable. I hope he can rest up and get that all healed up to 100%. Which just being Fred Warner, you can tell he takes his off seasons and his nutrition and all that type of stuff. He takes that serious. So
he's a warrior.
I expect to see him back at full speed by the time, next season comes around. So, but yeah, I'm just hoping though, Ronbo, because we're an old team now, all of our stars are approaching, if not at or above 30 years old. That's my only thing is, not very many players and even great players in the history of the NFL have been great beyond this point right here. And we got most of our stars that are that age. So we'll see what happens there. But I feel like, man, we all as a fan base called out everything that we thought was going on throughout the season. Just listening to that exit interview with Lynch and Kyle a couple of days ago, he kind of confirmed a lot of stuff that personally I had kind of seen just based on how the season was going and, post-game interviews and just weird stuff going on throughout the off season and, everything that went on. But there was one thing that was super telling, and I think I had talked to you about this, but Kyle was asked a question, and I forgot exactly what the question was, but I know that he said, after they had lost the Super Bowl, the off season or like the season started just 8 weeks after that. And he said when he walked into the building, there was a lot of heads or a lot of faces anyway that he was seeing, and it felt like it was way too soon to come back. So he's saying that it wasn't enough for them to recover from that loss.
It's not. And the year before that, NFCCG, add another week or two to the rest period, maybe 10 weeks, but it's not enough. And before that, same thing, Yeah. They can't just keep going like that. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when. But come on, man. You can't do that.
Second Super Bowl loss, though, man. You could tell. I mean, you could tell in their face. George Kittle, it took something out of him, man.
I imagine all of them.
After the Super Bowl, but but it's understandable why we had a bad season, although it's still disappointing, and obviously there's people that were held accountable. Kyle, of course, I have a love-hate relationship with that guy.
A lot of people do.
I think a lot of people do because you can't deny when he's successful, Ronbo, he's successful. Like we go to the NFC Championship games, we go to the Super Bowl.
Other teams are just trying to get to the playoffs. If we get there, there's only two doors we're not going to be able to open. Maybe the NFCCG or the Super Bowl. But everybody else before that, they're going down.
I mean, there's that aspect, and then you got the other aspect of it where
the Chiefs,
although we are in positions to win championships at times, he has had down seasons, and when he's been in position, he's made bad decisions, and that's the other side of the coin to it. So obviously he's going to stay with us for the foreseeable future, at least this coming season. I'm interested to see how he grows as a not just a play caller but a leader, because he's not very emotional on the sidelines. Guys get hurt.
Well, you don't
his team
see
gets
it.
hurt, and his
He
face
gets
is
pissed
in the
off a lot,
playbook.
though.
Like, man,
Huh?
that's why we need Robert Saleh, Ronbo. That guy, he's that emotion that you need. Sometimes
He
guys
is Robert
need that,
Saleh.
and I feel like
he gets into it, doesn't he? Yeah, hey, I tell you something.
he does. I mean,
Nigel, have you noticed this about him though? Kyle Shanahan, when he gets really pissed off or he thinks he doesn't have what he needs to do what he wants to do, he does reflect that. I mean, he calls plays that he knows damn well aren't going to work. But you know what? Kyle doesn't have faith in some of his players, and it shows a lot. His rotations are short. Why?
Oh.
Because he doesn't trust everybody to get done what he wants done. And if you go out there and you don't do it, you see that face when you mess up? Kyle may not show rah-rah, but when you mess up, it is clear on his face that he's pissed.
Oh, and he said as much, Ronbo. He literally said that this team was not as talented as it has been in the past.
Yeah.
So
It
in the
bothers
middle
him.
of the season, he literally said this in a press conference. So,
But he can't give up like that, though.
You're spot on about that.
Yeah, he's got to. Don't be a child, Kyle. When you were, I could see we grew up when things didn't go well. He started pouting. Don't do that. Stay with it. Be like Dan Campbell a little bit. No matter what you got to work with, push them to their edge. Go ahead. It's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely his football acumen is fantastic. However,
But his attitude can.
as a person, you got to think like,
Yeah.
he grew up as a rich kid, Ronbo. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of people like are not born into that, and then get the fast track to where he got. Not saying that I'm not saying that he didn't deserve to be where he's at, because obviously he's a very smart guy. He has pedigree, and his success speaks for itself. But despite that, he has flaws, you know, and I want to see him grow a little bit more so we can get over that hump, because I feel like, Ronbo, the first Super Bowl against the Chiefs, that was a winnable game.
And
Okay?
we had
the
one.
second Super
They
Bowl
caught us
against
in the
the
last
Chiefs,
few minutes.
winnable game.
The second
Okay?
one, same
These
thing.
are winnable games, and it's like you said, Ronbo, one or two plays here or there, and the season, or you know, even this past season is different. The problem is, like, you got to look in the mirror, not just at your players all the time, because we have all seen you've made mistakes too, man.
Yeah.
So I think Jed probably told him that. That's why he's
Looking like that.
promoting Kubiak to offensive, coordinator and all that. But
Well, he needs one anyway. He's got too much on his plate.
tell.
Nigel, we got to stop though.
does.
Hey, let me see you Sunday, and we can laugh and joke and make estimations about what we think is going to happen with the Rams Monday night.
Cool. Yeah. Oh my God, Romo.
I want those fires and everything to stop in SoCal. But I'll be honest with you, I do not give a rat's butt about the Rams winning that game. I really don't. Michael, no offense to what you were saying, but I want their ass canned and buried 6 feet under. You know what? I'd have more respect for them if they shut up and stop talking trash. But they're constantly running off. Right. They're in here doing it now. So I hope they get their brains beat out.
I know.
Anyway,
I know. They're not going to be doing that afterwards, though. They lose. They're gonna disperse like roaches, man. I'm telling you. So, hey, man, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling, Nigel.
Y'all have a good weekend. Otherwise, be safe out there, and talk to you later, man.
All right, looking forward to it. Night, Michael.
Yep, bye.
Yes. See you, Los Angeles. I got no problem with the Dodgers, the Lakers. Who's the ice hockey team? I don't even have a problem with that. And I wouldn't have a problem with the Rams if their fans would leave us alone. That trash they're talking, especially Rudy leading the pack, it's annoying and stupid. Hey, yo, Tommy, come on in, man. I see you, man. Tommy's getting over the flu. Tommy, look out, your throat.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy.
Oh, you guys, you're sick too?
Yeah, it just came the other day. I remember I got a chill. First chill I got, and I'm always usually bundled up. I never get cold, really. But I did get exposed to enough cold. I guess my parents used to tell me about button up. The cold's going to get in your whatever part of your body, right? I used to laugh. How's the cold going to only get in one part of my body, Mom? You get it cold, you get it cold, okay? Shh. Hey, Tommy, you got to know, don't argue with your parents.
No.
Bundle up. I think it got me right in the neck.
I was arguing with them about politics because they're crazy.
No, you
My
got to
dad
do
watches
that.
Fox News all day long.
Yeah, also religion. Yeah, me and my mom used to go back and forth about badly. But as far as things that they've been through, you should probably listen. So, and Jalen, that goes for you too. When I tell you to stop giving me grief about Kyle Shanahan, you need to stop.
Well, Kyle Shanahan had a terrible year.
I know a lot of people do. I'm kidding. Shanahan's open for a lot of criticism.
Yeah, he was god awful. I mean, the play calling was terrible. 16 straight passes. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
But but like Larry was saying, like he's playing around his players because deep down he knows Brendel is trash. Yeah, every time I call, we talk about his O-line.
And he says good things about him anyway, though, Michael. I mean, Tommy, which is really strange. I guess you cannot throw your players under the bus, though, in front of everybody else. It would look bad. We wouldn't appreciate that either, though. Right?
Yeah, he's a good human being, you could tell, but he doesn't belong in the NFL anymore. He should be like a third-string tackle or just or retire.
Because Brindle gets pushed back on every snap, just about. Well, every now and then he makes a play, but usually Brindle's the first plug they knock out.
Yeah, and he couldn't run. We couldn't even run up the middle He was better in pass protection last year. This year he can't run block. He couldn't run block last year. So when CMC tried to go up the middle, he gets stuffed like a freaking Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh, God! And so he tried to find new routes, and that's probably how he hurt himself. God.
And that's why we kept running behind Banks and Trent Williams because they were dominating everybody. It's just like run that way, and he'll go like for 100 yards, not 100 yards, but
but CMC's famous for his long runs, though. And always in the course of the game, he's going to break one sooner or later. You may see him stop here one more time, and all of a sudden, there he goes. I love watching him work. Just want him to tone it down a bit. Let somebody else run the ball on occasion.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I'm more worried about Dre Greenlaw and what would look like in the defense because Fred and Dre, Batman and Robin, they were the perfect combo to stop any and everything you wanted to do. They could stop the run, pass the ball across the middle. Go ahead. Dre's already got the guy covered downfield. Fred is sitting back there playing the double safety box. Whoever's that, you got Talanoa down there and Fred, whomever's out down there and Fred. I still love him watching work.
I mean, they complement each other, like you said, because Fred Warner's so great in coverage. Like he's the best coverage linebacker, and he's a good tackler.
Yes.
Usually, but Greenlaw sets the tone. Like he just hits you. He makes you think again if you're going to go run to him. Yeah, so that's why but we got to have better D tackles. I mean.
Yes. I need bulk.
They
can move fast.
Kept Armstead because he was a huge specimen. He was
long.
A great run stuffer instead of Buccaneer.
And he set the edge. Oh, Armstead was long and he knew how to use his size. You got to run a long way to get around Eric Armstead. So, yeah, that's something we're missing.
So, DJ Jones, that was perfect because he was – but DJ Jones is actually better as a pass rusher.
He's like a fire hydrant with legs.
Unmovable. You cannot move the guy. He was like it's such leverage.
It's all that barbecue.
And, but he can pass rush better than Armstead, which is.
Remember that year he went and got. I mean, this ball was snapped, and all of a sudden he drops back to pass, and there he was laying in the dirt. The guy that kills us from Seattle every time, Russell Wilson, was pent down into the dirt.
Oh
I wondered who that was. Yes. A fabulous nose tackle that sells barbecue and advertises during the course of the game.
Yeah, I was telling him. Right when we lost DJ Jones, I'm like, it's going to bite us in the ass. And then, of course, the next year, the run defense really went downhill. Wait, when did he leave? Is it 2020?
It's been at least 3 years now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Actually,
and we have bad news to run. You're right, too, Tommy.
Wait a minute. Did they have him in 2022?
That may have been the last season.
No, I don't think.
If it was, I mean,
No, because it was.
his contract expired and they wouldn't renew it, and that's when he took off, and he ended up going to Denver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say we need to pay him, but I don't know how much he got. I think he got something good.
Well, he got more than 49ers going to give him, so yeah.
Yeah, because they're already paying Armstead way too much. That was a bad contract.
And we're going to see that again this year, Tommy. Somebody's going to go that we're going to be really unhappy about. I don't know who it's going to be. Hargrave's already gone. That's not bothering anybody.
Yeah, well,
that saved a lot of money.
No. That lost all the depth. Now we have just a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Evan Anderson, he's good.
Who?
But he's undrafted, so he could probably develop.
Wait, Tommy, who'd you say? Oh, that big kid.
Evan Anderson.
You know what?
Yeah.
I forgot about him. Anderson. He is good.
Yeah.
Let him
he's really
keep
good.
developing. He's only a kid. Let's see what he looks like next year.
Oh, he'll be good. They probably need somebody in the first round if they're going to do that.
Yeah, because they're going to get a DT or DE, one or the other.
I don't know what they're going to. I think they need DT better more. Because you got to stop the run if you want to be.
If you want stop the run, if you want to have fun. Yeah.
That's what Lombardi says. Shout out, Dave.
I mean, I'm going to say, well, hey, Tommy, at least Ronnie Bell is gone. And Jake Moody is walking on thin ice. At least they're going to address that situation. Jake Moody cannot run out on the field when we need to win a game by a field goal. Who?
Ronnie Samuel?
Yeah.
They both just killed us in the both Rams games.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So Ronnie Samuel caused us to get swept by our
big brother, little brother.
You know.
Damn it. And they're running around thinking they just dominated. God, it's a piss. You guys didn't dominate anything.
Rams are dangerous. Hey, Rams are dangerous. Just cherish the moment. Jim Everett, I don't see you here.
Oh, he's in here saying very strange things as usual. Hey.
He's lightened up a little bit, but Trans Tribe, he's a little bitch.
I know.
That guy's a bitch.
You know, and by the way, what's his name is the young Montana come back with a name. I've never seen anybody turn straight up turncoat for a rival team. How bad does that suck? What does that say about a person? Listen, Tommy, we got to go, though. Hey, Tommy, I'll see you Sunday, though. Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And get better.
Have a good week. Get well soon.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll both be healed up Sunday. All right?
Yeah.
All right, Tommy. Tom, I was just thinking about. I didn't want to ask but I thought I heard you mention your lady's name the other day. What is her name? Anne Marie. Did you hang Tommy up? I want to know if they're still together, but I was afraid to ask because if they weren't. So Tommy, next time we talk about that. Hey, yo, Ellis.
Ronbo.
Hey. How you doing, man?
I'm shaking.
Oh, man. I am, because I'm worried about Dre, man. I need Dre back. Because, anytime we get Devondre Campbell showed us all that not just anybody can play linebacker with the 49ers. We usually draft and find these people. We don't go out and get them from other teams because they don't measure up. Now, this dude sounds good. He's a Steeler. I like that. But if he can't get in coverage, he's got to be able to do that. Of course, he does kick ass and everything else, so we'll see.
Who you talking about?
Eldon. What's his name? Eldon. He's a linebacker for the Steelers. The Steelers are letting him go, though, which just kind of worries me when that happens.
We didn't pick him up, did we?
Not yet. PFF is suggesting that we do. You get his name. You probably know him because you're pretty good with personnel for teams around the league.
It just depends. But look,
Roberts.
I don't give a shit about who that is.
I don't either.
We need to re-sign Dre Greenlaw.
We definitely
give him a prove-it deal or sign him for 2 to 3 years. I mean, it's not that much money. I don't know. I don't know what Dre would be asking for. Yeah, no.
Well, see, the 49ers have leverage on him. They'd probably give him a prove-it deal. Would he get? You think he's mad about that?
If he's honest with himself,
yeah,
then I don't think he gets mad. You know, but at the end of the day, they need to take care of him. Though they need to make sure they retain him for a good solid, price.
And if you're gonna, keep for 1 year, make it worth his while.
They also have to cover themselves, in case of injury, because we missed him, all year. He came and played 2 games, and then we took him back out. So I don't know what his the stipulations were in his contract as far as paying for this year. But shit, he made money and he didn't, he was, rehabbing and, trying to get back, which is a part of the game, man. But I just don't, we will pay for it again like we did this year if we don't re-sign Dre Greenlaw at least for another year. They're going to need to draft.
What is that? Dre would never do that.
They're going to need to retain Dre and get a stud from out of the draft and coach him up to go in with D Winters. I mean, we still got
D looks
Graham,
good too.
D Winters and Antoine Bethune.
Yeah,
all them guys look good, honestly. But we need.
What's that
Dre.
third guy's name? Came in with D.
Antoine Bethune.
The other one
from Florida State. Jalen Graham.
Graham, yeah. Graham is going to be a special teams guy because I don't think he can touch D.
He's coming,
but he's coming along.
Yeah, he's coming along. Yeah, no. So we need Dre Greenlaw though, because if we don't get him, he'll be a Texan.
I know,
in the next 4 months, and he'll be starting, and we will be playing against Aziz Al-Shaair, Will Anderson and company.
We got to play the AFC South. That's right.
We are playing the Texans, so and I mean, he's family, but he will be lighting shit up. And we'll be getting towed up. So imagine him and Aziz Al-Shaair, just like they imagine them and how they were when they were together as Niners. Imagine that reactivated.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
And Al-Shaair's been
with Jimmy
they talking
Ward.
about bringing him on charges with the police department for playing football.
And Jimmy Ward.
Damn.
Yeah. So it would behoove them to make sure they take care of him and retain him. It's not we're not talking 20, 30 million. We're not talking anything substantial. I mean 10 under 10 million.
Under 10?
Give him like 5.
I
give him 5.
Really?
I give him 3. I'll give him 5 or 6.
Isn't he getting paid more than that now?
He's probably getting like 9, 8 to 10 a season. I think for that 3 years. I think we signed him for like 20-something, 30 million for that 3-year extension.
Yeah.
So, but this is what I'm saying. Take a little discount and get a nice little chunk. You know what I'm saying? Give him $5 million guaranteed. I mean, shit, you wouldn't give it to Robbie Gold, and then we're stuck without a kicker for the last few fucking years. So that bites you in the ass when you don't pay, a little extra premium for premium players. That's a premium player, injured or not. Dre Greenlaw is a force. So and we all understand that. But if not, then just be prepared for what you're going to be missing on the defense, because we're still going to need that depth. D Winters goes down. Who do we got to fill in for him? So it would be better if we had
twice.
It would be better if we had Dre, Fred, and then have Jalen and D come in and rotate and cycle in and out, keep the guys fresh. That way we maintain a strong depth, a strong core, and strong depth. If we take Dre out of there, then we're stuck with what we had this year, and we lacked a lot in the look, I'm not talking about Fred. Fred is he's a Hall of Famer. He's a premier player as a captain. He played on a messed up ankle, so I will not downplay anything performance-wise from him this year, regardless. So that you won't hear shit come out of my mouth when it comes to that. I want to see anybody play with broken bones in their body for an entire season and play a full contact sport, running sideline to sideline. So most of y'all can't even barely walk down the street.
That's when people jump on him. I can't wait to. I usually try not to say that because I know it's ignorant, but I gotta say something. Man, come on, man, don't be getting on Fred, man. Because you know what? Have you ever tried to play football with just normal body? Imagine having a bone broken. Come on, man. Fred regressed.
Anywhere on your body. Anywhere on your body. You know, you're gonna sit down. You're gonna get paid. And try to heal up. You're not gonna put yourself out there like that. Very few will do that. So,
I mean, but even a sprain is just the bone broke. Come on, man. Oh my God.
I'm going offensive.
Ellis, because you got cut off in the middle of a sentence. Ellis. That means he had it. Oh, there you are. Okay.
But no, I was saying I want to tackle in the first round. Trent might play for 2-3 more seasons, but we need somebody to get under, get some work in. We need somebody that can play tackle on both sides. Let's make that clear. I don't want only right tackle, only left tackle. We need somebody that's good. So if that kid from LSU can play both sides, great. I think his last name's Campbell. I could be wrong. But there's a couple of tackles out there. I'm either going tackle or I'm going edge. I don't want to get a defense. I'm going offensive tackle. Let me make that clear. I don't want a defensive tackle in the first round.
Mm.
We can get quality defensive tackles between the second and fifth round. There's going to be a lot of D tackles that we can always get. I just don't feel comfortable with spending a first round pick on a tackle. A defensive tackle, that is. Let me make sure that they're clear.
There's some quality in this draft of tackles beyond the first round. You think?
Defensive tackles?
Yeah.
Ronbo, there's how many college football teams are there?
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering who are the best. There was a joke
I don't know
on X yesterday.
Go ahead.
There's one name that was on X, and the dude came out, or some reporter says, "Fornaz, I hate to tell you, but you ain't gonna get what's blah 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 because he'll be taken before the 5th pick." I said, "What? Who?"
Is that
and
Graham?
I gotta go.
Maybe it's Mason Graham from. Maybe it could be Mason Graham from the Wolverines.
It could be. I can't remember the name.
That guy was. I think that's the guy they said. That's a. They try to. He's like an equivalent to like a young Justin Smith.
Man,
so the cowboy. That we used to have.
Clip on these guys.
He looks good. I won't lie, but they're gonna do what they do. But offensive line, defensive line needs to be the first 2 rounds. That's all we need to do. Running backs, linebacker, wide receiver, do all that shit.
It's like Jalen said, don't
late third and on.
Don't get none of that in the first round. Else we got to pull up. Yeah, Avatar sings says Mason Graham. That name is okay. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Let me see his Sunday.
Yeah, he's a tough. Yeah, he's a tough SOB. So we'll see what happens. So shout out to family. Thank you for the platform.
Thank you.
Shout out production, man. Shout out to chat, man, the family, and man, show and the Dragon family, Frank and Donna and Tanisha. Hopefully y'all doing well. We ain't heard you in a minute. Yeah. No, so I said the Dragon fam. You already know. Yeah, man, everybody, man, y'all know what it is. It's for life. And I hope you get better, Bo, man. Get some get some of that tea cracking, get some lemon. Get some lemon in that thing, spike it real good, you know what I'm saying? Alcohol free spike, you know what I'm saying? I mean spike it with some of that mint leaves in that thing, you know what I mean?
Don't encourage me. Thanks, E.
Right. No, we ain't doing none of that. All right, champ.
All right, fam.
Talk to you soon.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Hey, that was. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have Brian hold on for just a second. I got just the thing. I know what to do.
Hello.
See, what a lot of people do is they take Vicks Vapo Rub and they rub it on their body. What you do is man up and put some of it on your tongue. hey, Brian, come on in, fam.
49ers red and gold. I'm still rocking the Niners till I'm dead and cold. I'm going to scream their name all across the Mid-South because the law says know your role and shut your mouth.
Yes.
What it is, Ronbo.
Hey, it is time to regroup and come back and stop people from talking trash. Damn right.
Yeah. According to, I'm a quote Public Enemy. You know, when they said, you know, on the song, the nation of, it takes a nation of millions to bring us back. I'd say, hey, bring the beat back, bring Robert back. Robert Saleh was the beat of the defense. So I'd say if he can, if it all be possible, bring him back.
I'm telling you.
He'll be way better. He'll be way better than what we had.
And anything else we pick up, Robert Saleh is the dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried when he left.
Actually.
And D'Amico made me feel good. And then they got rid of D'Amico. I said, look, if we get Robert Saleh, Brian, he cannot just leave. When people call and say, can we talk to Robert Saleh? No. And I made myself clear. No. Back off.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But along with that, Ronbo, here's some other points I wanted to bring up. I'm thinking the second point is we remember our 49er teams of the past, we were great and serviceable on both sides of the line, O-line and D-line. So we definitely got to get back to that. We was, you know, what was our standard? Everybody said how physical we was, and teams would be in the bathtub, in the hot tub for a week after playing the 49ers.
Wouldn't win the next week because they're too beat up.
Right. Couldn't even play. Half the teams would be on IR. So we got to get back to we got to get back to O-line and D-line. And there's another thing, Ronbo. I think who are our two guys? The two inside tackles we had. I'm talking about the first ones. Who were they got? The one went to Indianapolis. Who was he?
DeForest Buckner and Eric Armstead.
Buckner and Armstead. When they left, it changed the dynamic of the front line. Now the pressure's on Nick Bosa. Yeah.
But Nick's not on the edge. So it's not, and Nick's the best run stopper we got, and he ain't supposed to be the best run stopper we got. That's supposed to be an interior lineman.
No. No. And that's what made the wide nine effective is because you got good if the tackles anybody bounce it inside, now you got two defensive linemen that's going to scrape along the line and clean up everything.
See, that's where Eric Armstead
so we got
to
get back to that.
Buckner too.
Yeah. Another thing, we need to lock up Dre Greenlaw. We got
it's worrying me to death.
We got lock him back up. Yeah. We spent our time locking up. We got $60 million strapped to our receivers, and what we got? What did we get?
Well, we got Debo.
One took an early vacation.
And we got Debo and BA. And Debo took a vacation while he was with it. Debo had two good games, and people are still talking about that. I said, man, I understand about them 2 games, but what about the rest of the season? All right, let's not give him too much love.
Yeah, and in the meantime, between time, he was on Debo mode doing social media. He was being social media instead of making plays, and
shopping for fashion.
Yeah,
you know, Debo walked into the locker room, the facility. Oh, he was looking good, wasn't he? That except for that one outfit he was wearing, them shorts was way too short, but everything else on Debo was cool.
He needed to fire his dress. He needed to fire his. I know he got a person that handles his dress or whatever. You need to fire him. I said, man, you need to don't ever wear that no more.
Well, just
go
GQ.
Also, Ronbo, here's another thing, Ronbo. Yeah, check it out, Ronbo. What do we have to do to get Roger Craig that gold jacket?
Oh, you read about that too, right?
Do we need Does he need to get on there and cry like a river like Drew Pearson did? You remember that year when Drew Pearson thought he was up for the Hall of Fame and he didn't get it and he cried or whatever like that. The next year, what happened?
They gave it to him.
What happened, Ronbo? What happened the next year?
And
the next year,
you just have to get their attention. They feel sorry for you. Also, T.O. was mad as hell and made it public that he was, and they let him in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And let him in. So
is pouting,
you got to pout is pouting with your right, you know? But no, but in about like Craig, I'm like, oh, Craig, you can't even tell the story of the 49ers without Roger Craig.
Can't.
So with that alone, and then not to mention that he was the first running back to gain 1,000 and 1,000.
Yes.
He was the first. You can't even mention the 49ers without Roger Craig, the team of the 80s, or just the team itself. So I don't know. And then probably finally, Ronbo, I was thinking about to take it back on shoring up the D-line. You know, we got that 11 picked in the draft. So I was thinking like the main, you know, the top 3, I would say that was on my list. I don't know if we're going to get them, but I think we should get maybe one of them. If we go on D-line, to give Bosa some help. Mason Graham.
Yeah. We just talked about him a minute ago.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might go early. I would say James Pierce, edge rusher out of Tennessee. And the Penn State guy, Abdul Collar. Abdul Collar.
Hey, yeah. Penn State. When you say Penn State, I don't know the player, but I do remember somebody saying something about a player out of Penn State. That's got to be the guy. Hey, that's the guy that the guy was telling every 49er fan. 9 fans, I like to be one to break this to you. I forget who he is. He had a blue check. He reported, but what's the guy's name? Mason? You say Mason Graham?
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah, Mason's not coming. Mason Graham's not coming to San Francisco. He'll be picked up way before pick 11. I said, oh, see, now we're getting bad news from people all over the place before we even get that.
Yeah. I think I heard. Yeah, somebody said that. You know, so I'm like, but you know. If we can grab Pearson or Abdul Collar, I don't know, maybe Abdul Collar he should be. I'm thinking if he's there at 11, I say we need to get him.
See, I want that scout that finds whomever he finds, take a very good look. Don't break me another Drake Jackson back here. I need to know that this guy is going to be able to survive in the NFL and be productive. You know, the stats he's got in school, and I don't even know what school he went to. And if he's not in the SEC or another conference that's somewhere similar, don't bring me back. No lies. We survive in the NFL or not?
We gotta, you know, like I said, but we gotta. If we're gonna go D-line, we gotta go that route, and that way they'll be on their rookie deal, and we ain't got to worry about them for we get at least 3 or 4 years out of them.
5 years, because if
you know what I'm saying,
first round,
but it's the first round. We
got to pull up, fam. I see you Sunday, and see what else we got going on. Seems like we got something going on every day now. All right.
Yeah. All right, brother Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful. And shout out to production. The law is finally out.
Always glad when you get back in here, too. I'll see you Sunday, fam.
All right. All right, Ronbo.
Night, Brian. And let's go out to Tennessee. Tennessee. Papa, I can't be yelling and screaming, man, because I got an irritated throat, boy, because you know I might not want to yell your name. You know what I'm saying?
Don't yell out my name, Ronbo. I want to get the special person in your life jealous now.
Well, yeah, she does often about that. And thing is, though, I've been not able to scream all day. It's a weird thing for me. I'm a noisy person to the point of being annoying and obnoxious. People like to tell me about it all the time. Can you just walk into a room and just say hello? No, man. I mean, you know. I can't do it.
Can't do it. Sorry.
Hey,
sorry about your damn luck, too.
You know? Well, Pop, you know, we got some things going on that are, you know, a little worrisome. Dre Greenlaw is maybe his what's his name's wife was right. Fred Warner's wife was right to throw that little party. She just shouldn't have made it public. And Trent Williams is getting better. Hope Jenny Craig comes over to visit him while he's at home with his leg up in the air. Kyle Shanahan saying good things about Ricky Pearsall. But you knew he would since he picked him anyway. And Robert Saleh. Pop, I'd love to hear your observation on that. Robert Saleh coming back, is that a plus for you or not?
I mean, come on, compared to what's stepping aside, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
and anybody else out there that you'd prefer? Because, Gus is out there and some other guys that have ran this same defense. I don't know. Robert Saleh just seems like a very cerebral guy to me, even beyond some of these guys. Dan Quinn, all these guys. I'm thinking Saleh, the guy is got a brilliance that comes in handy, especially being a good chess player. I think that works hand in hand with the mind of a football coach.
No, I mean, straight up. I mean, ultimately, I think Saleh coming in would be great. It's just going to really depend on, like I said, it's going to depend on the arsonist.
Yeah.
Is Shanahan going to set it on fire? It's like, I mean, he'll build it up and he'll burn it down. So,
yeah.
But I don't have an issue with it. I had an issue with the Sorensen hire last year.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I picked them to go 10-7. It was mostly because I thought there was a lot of uncertainty defensive side of the ball. Didn't like the holdouts. We got Brock Purdy passively, aggressively suggesting that he'll probably hold out if he doesn't get a deal.
Did he?
Because he wants it done before OTAs.
Well, if he wants it done before OTA, why would he hold out then? Okay,
well, he just said it, but that's how it works. If you want to get paid, if you're on a new contract, you don't show up until they pay you. He's basically saying, I want this to get done before OTAs because he doesn't want to miss it.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Because the agent's not going to let them do that anyway. I mean, if an agency represents you and you do things like that, you're taking a little bit of their thunder. So, yeah, I understand that. Though.
I hope Brock gets his money. I hope he does what he has to do to get his money. But at the same time, I hope the 49ers do what they got to do to protect their franchise.
Yeah.
And right now, when you look at people that are the most important to the team, one of the fastest ways to get this team back on track is to improve the front seven. And to do that, you need a linebacker the caliber of Greenlaw, or you need Greenlaw.
Yep.
And you need to improve that defensive line yesterday. You do that, then all of a sudden your team is 60-70% better. Yeah. It just is. I mean, I know a lot of us have been screaming about the offensive line forever, but the reality when it comes to drafting players in any draft, whether it be fantasy or whether it be real life, how deep is the pool of players for what you need to draft? So if you have a small pool of players for a position group, then you got to get it while you can get it. Otherwise, it's gone, right? But if the offensive lineman is pretty deep, they're saying it's like 15 to 20 deep.
Ooh.
We're talking 5 positions. So, the tackles is probably going to be about 3 or 4 deep. There'll probably be 5 or 6 taken in the first round.
How many QBs, though, Doc? Pop?
The QBs?
Yeah, because every year, the QBs, I didn't think it was going to be a good class last year, and a few went in the first round. How many this year? Because that's going to have a lot to do with what we do at 11 regarding linemen.
You got to look at it. A quarterback's not on the table. It just isn't. They've already done it. They've already did a quarterback in the first round. I can't foresee the organization being comfortable with Shanahan doing it again.
No. I'm talking about, if 4 or 5 spots are taken up by quarterbacks, okay, now your top defenders, because if quarterbacks take up the majority of the first 5 or 6 picks, that makes our pick even more possible to get that D lineman or O lineman, for that matter, that we want.
We don't know yet. Honestly, we don't. We got to let the bowl games unfold.
Yeah, because there's kids all of a sudden saying, yeah, I'm going to commit. And then another one says, he's going to go to school one more year because he's been told by those in the know that it might not be a good idea this year. I said, you guys get this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, in realistic terms, like Shedeur Sanders is one of my favorite players in the draft.
Yeah.
But I really think that he's a second rounder.
Really? Compared to who? Who's your first round pick if you were going to take a quarterback?
I always compare people to Peyton Manning because I work with Peyton, professionally, shoulder to shoulder.
Right.
During the offseason once, and I saw him work. And
that's what a first rounder should look like, right?
Yeah, I played with Charlie Batch.
Okay.
So,
Pop. So, when you think about a first round pick, though, do you see any this year in the first round worthy?
No, because I compare everybody to Peyton.
Okay.
I didn't see a first rounder last year, but again, that's what I'm saying. It's
Wait a
like
minute.
because I don't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Oh, Jalen. I said there was a first rounder though. Jalen might be a first rounder.
No.
Have you changed your mind on that now?
Hindsight is 20/20. Yes, he's one. The Denver quarterback is one.
Oh, Bo Nix.
Nix is one. So yeah, I mean, I saw players. I like Penix. I think he's got some ability. He just didn't get a lot of playing time, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So it just really depends. It's going to depend on the bowl games, the professional workouts. It's going to depend on tape breakdown. It's going to depend on organizational fit, scheme fit. There's a lot of different things that have to happen. Like, for example, I don't think Brock Purdy works in more than half the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably say he works for about maybe a little bit more than half. Anybody that runs Shanahan's scheme, I think Purdy works great for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he works great outside of that. And that's something you can't really account for when you're trying to evaluate players and what they can do. I thought Trey Lance was a good fit to be under center, play action pass, that kind of thing. And he got stuck in shotgun all the time. So it is organizational fit, scheme fit.
Yeah, it depends on where you go.
Exactly.
Who knew Sam Darnold was going to look like this in Minnesota?
Right. If they start off strong, they got a chance to keep moving. But if they start off slow, then they got a chance to be traded. They got a chance to be stymied. They got a chance to be stuck on the bench. And then before you know it, some of these guys, if they can stick around in the league, they may come back around 27, 28 like Sam Darnold did once they eventually find a good situation or a good scheme fit.
Crazy.
But what you see happening right now, whether whoever comes in, like I said, I think the 49ers' quickest thing they got to do is they got to fix their defense. If they fix their defense with a last place schedule,
oh yeah, then everything falls into place, and we end up going 15-2. Pop, we got to stop. It's gonna rhyme there. Pop, we got to stop. Pop, we got to stop.
Pop, gotta stop. Get your ass out of here, Pop. All right, well, look.
We're going to look forward to
Ronbo.
I missed. Oh, shout out. Thanks, fam. Thanks.
And shout out to production. Please like and subscribe. Big shout outs to Jalen, Tony, Trey, Smooth, Chill Pill, Phil, Ellis,
I love when
Sharon and Sharon's mom, Alan, Jack, Maddie, the Dark One, Fish Sandwich, Frank, Emilio.
And you notice how he never stutters or anything. He just goes right through the names. That's amazing.
Yeah, that beautiful bastard.
Oh yeah,
Niner Brian, my guy,
the lovable one,
the lovable one, the human pit bull.
Hey Bob, give us the best outstanding family of yours too. All right, man.
All right. I'll talk to you.
See you Sunday.
All right, man.
Hey, it's Papa Dragon. Tony ATL. You know I like to talk about Tony? Because Tony and I can both laugh about the Dallas Cowboys and the madness that's going on. They're putting up, usually the 49ers are the ones with all the off-season drama and silly gymnastics. I call it, verbal gymnastics, we do silly gymnastics. Now, Jerry Jones, if he doesn't want to be a coach here in Dallas, then he can go take a look. Jerry Jones, what is wrong with you? Hey, Tony. Tony. And so, what team was that wanted Mike McCarthy? I forget who that was. Was it Chicago? No, it couldn't have been Chicago. Anyway, Tony, I hear something clicking. Are you? There he is. I hear you now. Tony. Tony? Is that Tony on the phone or is that somebody else? Tony. Or is he asleep?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Tony. Yeah, we've been looking for you for like a few minutes.
Good evening, Ronbo. How are you?
Good evening, Tony. I was just saying, I love to talk to Tony especially when the Cowboys are putting on the silliness that they're doing. Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy, right? If he doesn't want to be a Cowboy, if he doesn't want to be in Dallas, let him go take a look. Hey, Jerry, you're the one who's fudging and clowning around on the contract. What's wrong with you, Jerry? It may be time for you to let your son take over. You're losing it, and you're losing it a little faster every year. So, I can't wait to see what develops.
Mr. McCarthy has other opportunities waiting to be talked to.
But don't. Well, why would I? If I'm Jerry Jones, why do I need to go public to let everybody know? If he don't want to be in Dallas, then by all means he should go check it out. Jerry, he wants to be in Dallas. Mike McCarthy at this stage in his career would behoove him to stay in Dallas. If you're going to keep assing around until the season starts and say, well, I believe I'd just like to move on in a different direction, Mike. It's all business. It's nothing personal. it'll be too late for that shit, right? So, as I said, what is wrong with Tony, how do you think he's losing it?
That's why I call him Mr. Spotlight. He always has to be in the spotlight, and he don't play her down.
It was unnecessary to bring that to the public's attention. Go talk to Mike.
Exactly. God. Keep it in-house, just like you do your draft, all that other stuff. Keep it in-house. And it seems like Chicago and the New York Jets want to interview him.
Yeah.
His contract, when is his contract up? Monday or something? Let him go talk to him. And if y'all want to talk to him, Cowboys, bring him back. Be professional.
Tony, how many Jerry Jones, Aaron Rodgers, AB before he left, these guys that insist on the spotlight being on
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon, yeah. These guys that insist on being on the spotlight all the time, even if it's negative, they don't care. These are kind of that's why some fans are saying, well, we need to just as soon as the Jets get rid of Aaron Rodgers, we need to bring him to San Francisco. Why? Why would you do that to the 49ers? Well,
Ronbo, get it. I don't know. We still got our current defensive coordinator. But we're talking about trying to get Robert Saleh for our defensive coordinator. But I just saw Robert Saleh is going to be interviewing in Jacksonville. And he's going to be interviewing
and the Raiders
in Las Vegas for the head coaching job. That's what I just saw.
Bobby's got to know, though, don't be head coaching teams that are a dumpster fire that you've got to go in there and put the flames out first and then fix it. And I thought the Raiders were not going to move on.
There's no stability. You sign a 4-year contract, you won't be there for 4 years.
And then you're going to get fired again, and that looks bad on your resume. It's like Mike, what's that, McDaniel that left the Patriots?
Yes.
And also Purdy. See, they can't get a job anymore because they blew it twice each.
Yeah.
Nobody's even thinking about calling them.
Ron, but that's messed up that y'all were talking earlier that Nick Bosa didn't make the Pro Bowl. Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett are the best 2-4-3 defensive ends in the National Football League, bar none. T.J. Watt is an outside linebacker.
Right? Who attacks from the right side. You know what? I didn't realize that until I was watching the game one night. T.J. Watt will line up on the right side. I said, oh. T.J. goes over the weakest tackle. I didn't realize that until I didn't pay any attention to where he was coming from. Put Nick on the right side of any attack, and we need him on the left side. But still, that's hilarious.
And congratulations to Juice. He made another Pro Bowl, Ronbo. That kid, your fullback, he keeps making Pro Bowls, he is definitely going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, it's already.
Everybody keeps down. Well, he's making Pro Bowls year after year after year.
Yeah, I mean every year consistently too. You're right. Myles Garrett didn't make the cut.
I think Myles Garrett did make the Pro Bowl. I was just saying him. Y'all were talking about who were the best edge or outside. It's Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett, hands down. Because last year Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year, and the year before that Nick won it.
Yeah. Yeah, Myles Garrett. That's a scary man. I mean, huge.
And what if y'all had him and Nick?
Hey, but I put that right up there with what they had got going on with the Chargers, but it doesn't quite look the same with Nick and what's his name? That was with the Raiders forever and ended up over there.
Khalil Mack.
Khalil. I always when the Giants. Wait, Khalil came from the Raiders. As everybody was saying, the 49ers failed because they didn't get Khalil Mack. I said, y'all, you guys who don't know any better, youngsters who haven't been around.
He made the Pro Bowl this year and last year too. He had like about 19 sacks last year.
No, Khalil
Mack's still playing at a high level.
I know, but here's the thing. The Raiders and the Giants don't deal with the 49ers. And this goes all the way back to Bill Walsh. There's a problem. We don't do anything with the Raiders or the Giants. They don't deal with us. And poor John Lynch didn't know any better.
Hear that,
he went after Khalil. Didn't work.
Did you hear that Deshaun Watson had a setback, Ronbo? He tore his Achilles.
Damn. Can we take a moment?
That's tough.
Let's have a moment of silence.
I guess they were going to keep him, but
Ronbo,
his football career is either over or if he comes back, he's going to be a backup. I can't see him starting for anybody anymore.
How about a moment of silence for the Cleveland Browns? Because
he took they restructured this contract about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So the Browns going to keep him, and then just this week he tore his Achilles. I guess he was working out or something because he had surgery on something. He was out for the year, so he tore his Achilles just this week.
Well, he was training though, I guess. My God. And they got remember how they disrespected Baker Mayfield? And now Mayfield is doing a good job in Tampa.
And look at Baker Mayfield now. He's got the last laugh.
Yeah. And they disrespected him.
Baker Mayfield had 41 touchdowns now.
Yeah.
To be fair, Baker Mayfield and I'm going to say it, Kirk Cousins led the league in interceptions this year with 16 apiece.
Hey, Baker had that many too. Oh my God!
Kirk Cousins had 18 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Baker Mayfield had 41 touchdown passes, 16 interceptions. 41.
Did
and Geno Smith was second. Let's not forget about that. Whoever you are, if you're Seattle here, Geno had 15 interceptions. That's why they want to get rid of him. Throwing picks in the red zone like Stafford does.
And Geno would throw them right at the wrong time, fourth quarter. And you need this play to be made properly. Yeah.
Yep.
Well.
So, Ronbo, what do you think about the playoff games this weekend?
Oh, I can't wait. This should be fun.
Ronbo, wouldn't it be funny if Pittsburgh beats Baltimore? You know how they match up well?
I'm not going to be surprised, Tony.
Wouldn't it be funny if Pittsburgh beats Baltimore tomorrow night?
I'm not going to be surprised. There's a problem. There's a matchup problem. Just like we can't beat the Chiefs on a good day. I mean, they finally got past the Steelers last week, but that game didn't matter. Thomas, he probably held something back. That coach is crafty. And Pickett's
I just read
catch the ball.
Said Deshaun Watson, he ruptured his Achilles again. Yeah. So it's the same Achilles he just hurt. He underwent surgery yesterday, and he could miss all of the 2025 season.
How old is Deshaun?
He's got to be 28. Like
he's got to be approaching 30.
He might be done, Ronbo. I don't know.
Well, he can come back at 29. Well, if he gets back, if he's 28 or 20, coming on to his 28th birthday, he can come back at 29. Deshaun doesn't seem like he's serious about football anymore. Maybe.
I know. Ever since he signed a big contract, he doesn't seem like he's serious.
I mean, he goes right to get a massage and sits there and talks it over with the masseuse about. I might not be able to be coming in here anymore because, I'm training. and I get paid
He
a
had
lot
a
of
video
money.
with this one porn star. They was shooting indoor basketball. That was a few years ago, though.
Little did we know what was going on there.
Yeah.
Does
And here's a line for you. The line on that LA Rams game.
Yeah.
I say LA. I mean Inglewood Rams against Minnesota. It was Minnesota -1.5.
I know.
Then they dropped to Minnesota -1.
Yeah.
Minnesota -1 all week, Ronbo, until yesterday.
What happened
Now
yesterday?
it's Minnesota -2.5. Somebody out there knows something. Everybody betting on Minnesota.
They're not going to have 2 weeks in a row. The Vikings got overwhelmed by the Lions. The Rams don't have that kind of firepower.
And you know that game has been moved from
Arizona.
SoFi to where the Cardinals play because of the fires, right?
Yeah, I know. That's a sad thing, though. I don't have anything bad to say about that. But
and my heart and my prayers, anybody in here from the chat that's in Southern California, my heart goes out to you and your families. And the hell with all the YouTubers I've seen and heard, oh, screw them, they got money. That is some low class.
Yeah, I know. That's
low down stuff to be saying about people in need. Those are
really
people.
And they have
I don't
nothing
care
to do.
give a damn about if they got money, if they don't. People lose their homes. Supposed to show some type of sympathy for them.
Yeah.
So for all you people that said negative things,
Shame
because
on
your
you.
life ain't right, y'all can go straight to hell.
And you bring a karma on with that kind of thing, too. Don't be wishing bad things on people like that, especially when you're wrong. Tony, we got to go. I'll tell
Exactly.
you what.
I mean, they're human beings. Come on now.
It's ridiculous. Let me see you Sunday, game time, and a little after the games, I guess, and then we can talk about what happens.
The 3 games on Sunday. Let's see. You see Houston and the Chargers tomorrow, and then tomorrow night Pittsburgh at Baltimore. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna watch Lamar Jackson. Just watch him. See if he be nervous for these playoffs because he wants to get to that Super Bowl. And he gets nervous sometimes if people don't see it, not see it.
Well, he better man up and mature. All right, Tony. Let me see you tomorrow. Actually, Sunday. Yeah, I'm not gonna come to Sunday. Sunday. All right.
All right, and congratulations again to the Jews for making another Pro Bowl. You're the best fullback in the game. Ronbo, I will see you Sunday.
Looking forward.
And the Rams, you're going to get what's coming to you Monday night. Take care, Ronbo.
You too. Good night, Tony. And Victor, I see you. Hey, what you thinking about it? If Antonio Pierce for DC, if we can get Saleh, Raiders ex-head coach, Antonio Pierce does seem like that kind of guy. I wonder if him and Saleh are friends. He brings that fire and energy. Right? We need to. Ex-NFL linebacker. You can tell he's a guy that doesn't take a lot of crap, too. I'd like Antonio Pierce. He may not be a head coach, but I like him as a coordinator. Hey, let's go to the land. It's Tony. Tony, come on in, man.
Ronbo.
Tony.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Come on in.
Ah, good. Have we still got Shanahan as a coach, Ronbo?
This is good timing on that question. I wasn't ready for that. At this hour, I think so.
You know what makes me laugh?
What?
You know, people say, who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? You know what I mean? Like Kyle's like one of those.
Yeah.
No. He's like one of those girlfriends that you had when you were young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you want to get rid of her, but you can't because she's good at certain things, you know. And you just keep going back. You keep going back like a suck. That's what Kyle's like. We can't get rid of him because you know.
Tony, though, you do have to come up with a name, though. What everybody who says that, we always ask, okay, now, who are we going to get replaced for so we can get excited with whomever's saying get rid of Kyle
I told you
Shanahan.
before. I told you who I'd get. I'd get Spagnuolo and Belichick.
Oh. Spagnuolo, Kansas City won't even, I doubt Kansas City will let you talk to him. I wonder if he's interested in leaving, though. With Belichick, he wants to take over the whole operation, which might be okay. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be a good combo, but?
Oh, no, they're not going to work together. You know, Belichick he's a solo guy. He likes to work on his own. He's like that soldier that you send out in the field, the mercenary who's just, I work alone. And he goes out and takes an entire battalion out. I love those movies so much. It really does kill me. And usually the guy does such a great job, it's believable. But anyway, that's the thing. Belichick he's not going to team up with Spagnuolo, although he should. He's got to be impressed with Spagnuolo's defense because Belichick's a defensive coach.
Yeah. So what's going on with Robert? With Saleh?
Yeah, he's interviewing around, and I guess he's going to take the best offer. The 49ers are going to have to match it. I think if if Kyle's smart, whatever somebody's going to pay him, whatever that price gets ran up to, you better match it, or else you end up with somebody running that defense that sucks again next year.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind seeing him back at the helm.
Oh God, yeah. With that kind of he brings that excitement, that enthusiasm the defenders need. And he knows what he's doing.
I think the $1 million question is, what are they going to pick in the draft?
Oh, everybody's wondering. We're all guessing. What is your guess?
Well, I would go for my need, Ronbo. I'd go right tackle.
Offensive?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. See, I agree with you. But I am almost certain that they're going to get a D tackle or DE, one or the
other. Back.
See, Jalen, he's too young to be drinking anyway. Jalen, put the drink down. We're not getting a running back in the first round. Now, I don't know about the second round, though. If one of these guys everybody's talking about, Tony, there's some guys that are getting real big spotlight as running backs. I don't know. Saquon Barkley and CMC, they may reverse the trend of getting your running back in any convenience store,
We can get running backs off the street, Ronbo.
Yeah, well, we've proven that.
I mean, what's his name's going to probably be a little bit slow after his operation, Ayuk. He's probably going to be a tad slower.
Lose at least a step, yeah, until he gets up to back up to speed.
But in saying that, I mean, defensive line, offensive line, that's what I'd go for the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's common sense. You're not going to win anything without the trenches.
Are Washington still in the race, Ronbo? Are they still around?
Yeah. They're playing Sunday for sure. If they're not playing, they're playing Sunday.
Because they were my dark horse pick for the year because I was interested in them because they had 20 undrafted free agents, and I thought, man, I wonder how they're going to go with 20 UDFAs.
Man, they've gotten all the way to the to the playoffs. They had a rough spot there for about 2 or 3 weeks, but they came back out of it.
Yeah, well, it sets an example. The league should, people that are smart should be looking at them. If they,
as a model to follow? Yeah.
Just with the accomplishment that they made with just 20 undrafted free agents.
Remember Adam Peters, which we're going to soon find out was the brain behind what went on in San Francisco. Peters is over there,
Yeah. Well, that's a big positive for them.
Yeah, and that's a brilliant guy when it comes to picking up personnel. So.
Well, there you go. That's what I mean. That's why I just want to keep my eye on them, see how far they can actually go when everybody just wrote them off, you know what I mean, at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, because I didn't expect anything. You got a rookie quarterback. I didn't know who he was because I don't follow college football close enough. But if I knew Jalen, this kid was like that, my God. He's a little mature for his age as far as a player.
Yeah. What are we going to do with our quarterback, Ronbo? Is he going to... It's a mystery to me. Is he going to practice in the off-season with the receivers so they can get things down pat before...
Yeah, he's that kind of kid. I'm pretty sure he will. What I don't want is the 49ers to piss around and let a lot of time go by arguing and going back and forth. If you guys are going to pay him, just would you do it? I mean, just do it. I mean, unless he asks you for $70 million, just get it done. And don't have what happened last year repeat itself this year with guys lounging about and not getting to work. And, I mean, come on, man. That just shows what happens to the rest of the season.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing, like I said, these holdouts and hold-ins and things like that, I'd be having a chat to them and saying, listen, you can still, it's all about signing a piece of paper. It's got nothing to do with doesn't matter whether you're here practicing and training with the team or not. That's not going to prove. That's not going to prove anything. You come and you practice and you train. Whether you're going to be on this team or not, it matters to you that you're going to be in football shape when the season's ready to start.
Yeah, even if you're not playing this. That's unprofessional, isn't it? I don't get it.
It is. Not only is it unprofessional, I don't get the mindset. I don't understand the mindset on these players. Like, what are you going to do? Like, if you're Debo, you're going to come in with a big fat ass and just run around. I got paid, but I can't run, or I can't do this, I can't do that. Whereas if you were there from the beginning, and you can still negotiate while you're training and practicing.
Right.
It's whether or not you're signing the paper or not. It's a verbal thing. It's not a physical thing. You know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with physical.
And in fact, do the Nick Bosa. You stay out of it. You trust the agent you got, and let him do all that stuff that you're taking too much notice to. And get your ass busy. Trent Williams, Pro Bowler, year after year after year. He came in looking like he did. They've got him on IV in the middle of the game. I said, oh, no. Trent's really in bad shape. What was he doing the whole time? Oh, man.
You will see, that's the thing. If he came to practice and trained with the team and still held out, it's got nothing to do. Signing a piece of paper has got nothing to do with your fitness. Yeah. That's my point.
You're a football player. This is what you do. Your body is exactly your tool. You got to keep it sharp. Why do they need to be told that? That's just amazing. He knows better. They all know better.
They're like kindergarten kids. And if the shit doesn't go through, Ronbo, at least the player's fit when he goes to the next team. That would be my mindset.
Right? Because if I'm I see him rolling over here like a bowling ball, he's not getting a job here either. So
that's right. God, I don't know how they think these boys.
Anyway, Tony, we gotta go. I tell you what, I'll be back Sunday, and it's gonna be a Sunday Monday fun because we're gonna watch the Rams. It's gonna be a troll party. We're gonna be watching that.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Minnesota Vikings, and they're not playing in L.A. As soon as I don't feel good about that for them. I didn't want to see them have to leave, but if they're going to have to go to Arizona, it's a different story, I guess. I don't know how they're going to do this. Are there Rams fans in Arizona? Are there Minnesota Vikings
That's
fans?
Going to be. I don't know. That's going to be a slugfest, that game.
For a few minutes anyway. Tony, let's see you Sunday before production throws us both off. I'll see you Sunday, huh? Cheers.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone. Cheers.
Cheers, Tony. And there's Steven. Hey, Steven.
Hey, Ronbo. Yeah. Waiting on you for so long. Too many days till January. I'm still here.
Wait, I almost caught your jingle in it. Sometimes you sing in a way that I can't identify the song, and then when you tell me the name of the song, I say, oh, that's right. What's the name of that song?
Which one?
The one you just did.
Oh, Lonely.
Lonely? By who?
By you know who?
Lonely. Who? Oh, Drake. This guy. I mean, guys, the dude's a huge Drake fan. I guess Drake last time because I was assuming it was a Drake cut, and you said, nah, it's not Drake. You named somebody else. I said, oh, man, he fooled me.
How you doing, Ronbo?
All right, my lozenges are starting to work. I can actually talk. Go ahead. Steven, what are your thoughts on? You know what's going on, right? We got Robert Saleh might be returning. He's doing a lot of interviews. So Tony says they want him in Atlanta. The Raiders want him as their head coach. Why the Raiders want him as a head coach, knowing that they probably need an offensive-minded coach, is beyond me. If they want Shadir, But anyway, Dre Greenlaw, it's not a lock that he's going to stay with us. Suddenly that reality is starting to come into focus. It's kind of frightening. What are you thinking?
Yes, playoff football's tomorrow. Exciting, huh?
We're not in it. This is why it's fun to watch this year. There's no need for nerves. For Monday, my nerves are going to be up a little bit because I just want to see. And this has nothing to do with the city of Los Angeles. I hope everything gets better. And prayers up to everybody that suffered.
Oh, my God. What's going on?
On news, they're showing live action. It's just frightening.
Yeah.
I mean, but then when I looked at 8.1 million house of Paris Hilton, I says, okay, is Paris concerned? Paris is probably halfway. That's okay. I can build another one. There's some people up there that do deserve our sympathy, though. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway, they got to play in L.A. or Arizona.
Yeah. I was going to say that. Yeah, changes are coming, and hopefully those changes are with them. Yeah. Because if these changes don't happen, Kyle's is on the hot seat in this upcoming season, Rob.
Everybody. You know what? Everybody had him in the hot seat in 2020 after we came out of the Super Bowl, and we got our brains beat out. York likes Kyle Shanahan. I just want everybody to know he really does like Kyle Shanahan, and if Kyle breaks 500 or above, he'll get the what's the Pittsburgh Steelers coach? He'll get the Tomlin treatment. He'll just give him the benefit of a doubt.
But I mean, Ronbo, if Robert Saleh comes here again, this team might be good again next season.
Oh yeah, especially the defense will look sharp and crisp because everybody likes Robert, and they love to play for him.
I think when he was here, the defense was like at number one. I think I'm not sure.
Number two, we got as high as number two.
Oh, okay.
But we had a great. The personnel was crazy good though.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they can still. But we may get some great personnel. If Robert Saleh signs on before with the draft, it would be nice because he can pick out guys he knows he can work with. Him and Kasurik, which these guys know a good football player, especially defensive football player. So I'd like to see them together. Draft night, pick out the studs they want to use and how they're going to use them. They already know. And let's go back to domination on defense because that's what our real calling. The 49ers identification card is really about the defense. The offense can take you down, but if the defense is just smothering the other team's offense, the chance of 49ers winning is probably about 90-10.
Yeah, thanks for giving me back the mic.
I said last time I wouldn't do that, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, you got
it. John Lynch said, I think, I think it was Tuesday, the conference, it was, he said Hargrave's gone, which is finally. You want to pay more for that guy?
Yeah, no.
You want to pay more for that guy? Come on.
I mean, we paid too much in the first place, but I thought he was a good football player because the year before, remember Hargrave had 10 sacks on that Eagles defensive line, and they had a lot of henchmen on that line, and Hargrave still got 10 sacks. Now when you look back on it, Hargrave got them sacks because he was surrounded by those kind of guys. There was easy avenues to the quarterback.
They fired the special teams coach. He needed to leave.
Well, he was leaving. Oh, hell yes. He didn't leave soon enough. He should have left last year.
Oh, good Ronbo.
I mean, he wasn't doing anything special then either. They just sort of gave him the benefit of the doubt. This is one thing about the 49ers. They let people hang around a little too long. The ones that they shouldn't have let hang around too long. I didn't want to see Ronnie Bell back on the field, but there was somebody else for him to go out there. What does Ronnie do? Go out there and he do just what you expect him to do. Debo's walking on thin ice when it comes to being he's supposed to be setting an example out there. He's a team equal to a team captain. He's been around for a long time. Debo will go out there and lose the game for you in a heartbeat too. This has to stop. If you're a leader on this team, then be one. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
They said Diablo's coming back, and I was like, okay, he's back
Like,
next.
guaranteed it too, didn't they? God.
Yeah. Okay, then. I was like,
I wish I
sure.
could have been one of the people in the press room. Coach, just want to ask you really quickly, and you don't have to give a city thought if you don't want to answer it, but what are you going to do about Jake Moody? And, Kyle has a speech already prepared for that now, too, when you notice that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It may have been the kicker. I don't know what was going on with the hold. Or I don't know if it was a snap or the hold. I'm going to have to go look at the film of that. The way that Kyle gets away from me, he does the same evasive tactic every time. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at film of that. I didn't see the play. Kyle, I got you down. You're going to do that. You're going to every time you don't want to answer a question. I didn't see that play. I'll need to look at the film to get a better idea as to what happened.
Ronbo, if Robert Saleh doesn't come here, should we be worried about the defensive coordinator?
I will be, actually. Now that you mentioned it. Yeah, you see, because Sorensen's not yet. I don't know about who else. Some of the other guys he wants, I don't know if he can get them.
Brandon Stanley.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about him. Why was he standing in the background last year?
Yeah, what was his?
Doesn't really make any sense, does it?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Because because that defense has got to be the heart and soul of this team. We know what Kyle's capable of doing on offense, but that defense has got to set the pace. They've got to set the trend. They're the ones that fire the offense up to begin with. So we'll see.
Did you see the Raiders fired their head coach?
See, and they waited a long time, didn't they? They waited how many weeks? It's been 2 weeks, yeah. I was surprised at that.
In
fact, I thought they'd fire him anyway. I'm sorry.
Do you have a reason why they did that?
No, I don't. Some people, coaches are getting released. They want to go get. It could be anybody from Rex Ryan to Robert Saleh to who else is out there. They're not going to get what's his name out of Detroit. So I don't know if he's even leaving Detroit.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think Ben Johnson's going to leave Detroit actually, because there's only hellholes to go to, places where we can get in trouble. We got to go though, fam. Hey, I'll see you Sunday, and I'll give the mic back to you.
I thought you were gonna be live tomorrow. Sunday. Okay. Oh yeah, Sunday. Sunday we're gonna recap the games
tomorrow, Sunday, and then Sunday we'll talk about how we're gonna have the Rams troll party, the 49er fans troll and watch a troll party, 49ers versus Vikings. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Before I go, Ronbo, I just wanted to say I'm at the good cushion alcohol. I got some down, bitch. I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, we will. We're gonna get you a contract.
I'm gonna.
Night, you too, night, Steven. Oh God, Rams, you guys had to see this coming. Do you know the jubilation that's gonna come over this chat if you guys get your brains beat out? If you just lose the game. Oh, it means we will be relieved of your constantly annoying, ridiculous statements. But then again, you guys don't have a lot of shame. You'll probably still be hanging around, won't you? Even if you get blown out, still be talking. Actually, that's a reflection on us. Why do we pay you any attention? And you guys don't break policy rules enough, so I can't just throw you out. But you people are strange. No two ways about it. You don't make any sense. Well, Market Pro, you're okay. But the rest of your contingent, my God, they're weird. Bam. See you Sunday, though. Let's go what's going on with the playoffs. Enjoy tomorrow. It should be interesting. I should ask you, though, is, like Tony said, is indeed clearly probably going to be the MVP favorite Minnesota versus Baltimore. I can't wait for that one. Anyway, fam, I'll see you Sunday. Thanks for the contributions, and have a great night. You thought I was gonna try it? I ain't trying, man, because it's got to heal up between now and Sunday. I'm tired of not being able to holler. Good night.